Cayman's top news headlines of the day from CMR.
Brought to you exclusively on Kiss FM by J. Michael. Fashion for everyone. And you look nice today as well. Fashionable. Sandy?
Yeah, good morning, Blake and Aaron. How are you guys doing?
We are good. What's up?
Fantastic. So let's just do a couple quick headlines. We're interesting trial coming out of Jamaica where a guy is appealing his murder conviction. The most interesting part for us is this 38-year-old, well, he got a 38-year prison sentence for a 2008 murder. Apparently, he says that he was planning on, there was a whole plan afoot for him to come to the Cayman Islands illegally. So that was the plan, to run from the police and come to Jamaica. Come to the Cayman Islands, my apologies. In other regional news, Jamaica has suspended its consular services in Haiti after an attack yesterday, which is quite shocking. And so, unfortunately, the situation in Haiti, the attack happened Monday night, but the situation in Haiti continues to grow more volatile. And so Jamaica's foreign minister, Kamina Johnson-Smith, has said that they're going to be ceasing all consular services there.
Wow.
Police are warning vehicle owners to please be vigilant after they are reporting some 14 incidents of vehicle windows being smashed and items stolen. So the best thing to do is probably not to put anything of value or leave anything of value in your vehicle. Always secure your windows, doors, and locks, and park vehicles in well-lit areas if possible, with security cameras or other security officers in sight.
Good idea.
Okay.
Yep. So those are your news headlines this morning.
All right. Thanks, Sandy. We'll catch you on Bobo 89.1 FM and also tomorrow morning right here on KISS for Thursday headlines.
Sounds fantastic.
All right,
have a good one. All right, folks. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday.
Bigger, better, bolder. The cold, hard truth is taking talk to the next level. Right here on Bobo 89.1 FM, Cayman's community radio.
We are still spilling the tea.
And committed to being part of the change that Cayman so desperately needs. Join Sandy Hill weekdays from 7:30 a.m. for Premier Access, Cayman Voices, Truthful Thursdays, and much more. Cayman's #1 talk show is now bigger, better, bolder, and more than talk. Getting results with hot topics, consumer reports, court exposés, and more.
I've come to set the record straight. I've come to shine the light on you. Let me introduce myself. I am the cold, hard truth.
Now, from the CMR studio in Grand Cayman.
Live, direct.
It's the cold, hard truth. Now. Join the conversation on 345-936-2626.
That number again is
345-936-2626.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is Hump Day Wednesday. You guys have it locked, of course, on Cayman's #1 talk show. That's right. We got you covered. We're going to be talking about lots of things that are happening in the community. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Who's with me this morning? Looks like it's a slow morning. Do I need to play my wake up song? Y'all need to get up now, honey chill. Let's see. We've got Miss Vernita who's here. She's always up nice and early. Who else? Let me see here. And I'm sending everybody the links. We still have, folks, just a little bit of a issue with our usual Facebook link, but don't worry, we've got a backup stream. So I'm just sending that out to every single person this morning. And let me just pull that up so that you guys can grab it. So in the interim, we're using the community page, and then I'm going to just post that on the main page so that you guys can quickly grab the link. And of course, if you are on our WhatsApp news group, anybody can join it. Just send me a message with your name and number, and I'm happy to add you to it. We'll go ahead and do that now. So everybody gets a direct link and you just click on it and boom, it's like magic. You're in like Flynn. Good morning to Wee Wee. How are you, Wee Wee? Good morning. Cece McLaughlin is here. I feel like my iPhone is really slowing down, folks. I don't know. Might be time for an upgrade for real. Carol, Miss Carol, how are you? The beautiful Miss Carol. So good to see you. We've got Yasmin joining us as well, saying morning, Sandy. Good morning. Miss Olivia, good morning. Miss Bonnie is listening from East End. We got lots of people tuned in. So now all of you should have the respective link. Thank you. Thank you. Siobhan, I see the numbers going up. Yes, honey, Jim. We are here just having a little Facebook issue. Hopefully I don't know how long it's going to take to resolve because Facebook doesn't exactly say, but hopefully it won't be much longer. Seems like it started from at least Sunday, Monday. I think Sunday was when I first noticed it. And so hopefully, so hopefully we can get that sorted out soon. Well, there's not much we can do except wait, to be honest. Patience. They say patience is a virtue. So they tell me. I don't know. Siobhan, Alicia's here. KK's in the house. Peace sign, KK. I got you. Marshall is here. Lavana, good morning. How are you beautiful people doing? Everything sounds okay this morning? I'm just checking. I know yesterday we had some audio issues. So what I did yesterday, I was just having a look at this. What I did yesterday actually was I restarted everything. So hopefully it's okay this morning. And yeah. Yep. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Everybody's good. Let's get this show on the road. How many millions you won? Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I won the lottery. I was going to tell y'all yesterday, but we got into so many different things. Morning, Miss Bonnie, Keisha, Richard, and his beautiful wife, Celine, who I saw on Thursday. Say hello to Celine for me. She says that they're tuned in and listening. Wonderful, wonderful. So a bit of excitement when I was actually in Miami. I won the lottery. So I'm going to tell you guys my lotto story. So I was heading to, normally I'll buy like 1 or 2 tickets in Miami, to be honest. Sometimes I even forget to check them. I normally wait and check them when I go back on the next trip, right? And I just scan them on the little machine. So anyway, I, when you rent a car, you're supposed to fill it back up, like however you got it with gas. And so the car was full when I got it. And then it was half a tank. We were driving Fort Lauderdale, kind of all over the place. I said, all right, let me go to the gas station right before the car rental place. Yeah. And so I pull in and I said, oh yeah, my lotto tickets. Let me do this before I leave Miami. And I paid for my gas. Sometimes you can't quite gauge how much gas you have to put in the car. So the guy was like, oh, are you paying in cash or card? And I said, I'll give you cash. He said, good. We can just refund you the difference. I gave him a $50 bill. I'm like, okay, I don't know what it's going to be. And then I said, oh yeah, I've got lotto tickets. So let me scan my lotto tickets and I'll probably buy some more. And so in my mind, before I scanned it, I said, all right, think positive. I'm going to win. And I said, the last ticket is going to be the winner. It just came to me just like that. Anyway, I scanned ticket number 1. Sorry, no winner. Ticket number 2. Sorry, no winner. Ticket number 3, I scan it and lo and behold, I won. You guys are not going to believe it. I know. I am destined to win the lottery more than once in my life. So here you know. I won. Drum roll. Hold on. Do I have a drum roll button here? Anywhere? Drum roll. Oh no, that's not it. That's a good song. Not quite what I was looking for, but yes, honey child, I won. I can't even find a drum roll button. I need to update some buttons, y'all. Yeah, $30 and 1 free ticket. Now, don't laugh. $30 is $30. So I said to myself, well then, $30. That's good luck. That's $30 of good luck money, right? So I said, well, I'm going to take the $30 and buy new tickets. So I bought the Mega Millions and what's the other one called? I don't even know. You guys know I'm not really a gambler, so I don't even pay attention to what I buy. I'd be like, oh, I'll take whatever the regular Lotto is, and then whatever there's the Mega Millions and Powerball. So I bought some more tickets. So next time I go to Miami, I'm telling y'all, those could be even bigger money. So I got a free ticket plus $30. Woohoo! Yes, honey child. Money is money. So Raymond said, how much we won, right? So I'm all about positivity. Listen, I love winning stuff. I win stuff in the most unusual way. Normally it actually comes to me. I tell you what, because I've got a bit of a sixth sense about certain things, like just very, very organically that something is going to happen. It happens to me all the time. Like I'll be sitting here and be like, oh, I haven't, in my brain, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard from so-and-so in like 5 years. And then all of a sudden my phone will ring and it's that person just randomly like, oh, Sandy, I was just thinking about you. And I was like, Chad, I was thinking about you too, because I just called your name. And that's just how random my life is. One time I won a diamond and I'll never forget it. I was in university at the time. And I was with my Sri Lankan boyfriend. You guys know about my Sri Lankan boyfriend. And so we were standing in line. There was this jewelry store that was having a reopening, like a grand reopening, right? They had refurbished and whatever. And so they had a whole bowl full of cubic zirconias and one diamond. When I tell you it was a whole bowl full, I'm not kidding. So we were like standing in line and I said to him, oh, I'm going to win the one diamond. He like laughed. He's like, yeah, right. So I stuck my finger in, twirled it around because there was a lot of CZs in there, twirled it around, picked one out. And guess what? I won the one diamond just like that. And he was like floored. That's why people say I have a good mouth, child, because if I say something, but it has to be very organic. It's not something that I can like plan to say, or you know what I'm saying? No thought goes into it. It just comes to me like that and it happens. So I won the one diamond. And to this day, I still have that diamond. I had a little appraisal thing done. And it's not like a major, like $1 million diamond or anything. But sometimes you got to hold on to your little good luck charms, your little good luck nuggets. And I still have that little diamond to this day. I keep saying I should put it in something, but I don't know. Evelyn, thank you. Thank you. Yes, honey child. Blessed good morning to Miss Iva. Patricia is here with us. Yes, I see them numbers going up now. Mega Million and Powerball. There you go. Marshall knows what I'm talking about. So one of these days, I'm going to hit the big one. I think it's actually going to be the Mega Millions, not the Powerball. And so I've already got my to-do list for when I win the lottery and all of my plans and my community projects. I know exactly what it is that I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So Raymond says it's a start. It sure is. Thank you, Patricia. RD says, and now the DPP is calling the police to have them search your house. Charges for possession of gambling ticket. Lord Jesus. I was in a jurisdiction where it was completely legal. But you're right, RD. They'd find any reason to be trying to roll up on me, honey child. Oh. Diane says it's still a blessing no matter how small it is. That's right. I'm taking it. Good morning to Tara. How are you? Diamond Princess is here. Lavana says speak it into existence. Yes. I just hope that I'm not like 85 when I finally win because, I'd like to be able to enjoy a little bit of my winnings at the same time. But it's coming. It's coming. Don't y'all worry about it. I'm going to be that lotto winner that you'll be able to say, I knew a lotto winner. All right. It's so funny. We have one person this morning says that they are drinking Positive Energy by Yogi, sweet tangerine positive energy. Supports elevated mood and energy levels. And that is their tea this morning. I don't even know. What am I drinking? I never know what I'm drinking because Miss Stacy, well, it's also Yogi, but I don't know which one it is. So the quote says, you don't need love. You are the love. Oh, that's cute. Aw, but we all need love too. Yes, honey Jim. All right, let me see. Celine says, congratulations. Thank you. Okay, good morning. All right. So listen, I got all kind of messages coming in. All right. So here, Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. So I want to talk about a couple things. So let me update you guys. There was an incident yesterday. I don't know if you guys heard the caller. I was trying to get the video ready because some of you may have missed it. She called into the program and she called kind of a little bit later in the show. And essentially, she was saying, but we'll play it later, but essentially, she was saying, look, Sandy, you know, I've got this issue. She has a WORC account, and somehow someone managed to commandeer her account. So let me make this clear. To me, this is one of those very, very bizarre things that I just cannot fathom even how it happened. And it does make me concerned, I guess is the right word. I was going to say worried, but I'm really concerned that you could create a job portal account and somebody else went in there and changed the associated email address with her account. This seems kind of nefarious to me. And so they changed it and she couldn't log in, and she'd been calling people. She said, as if you guys heard it yesterday, no one could, give her any assistance. She said, Mr. Winston, he was trying his best, but that's not really his area of expertise. The other people she'd been emailing and they were just like ignoring her, not paying her any mind. This is not a good situation. Now, here's where the story gets a little bit, this isn't a straight path story. This is a crooked story. And you have to wonder, where's all the crooks? This is now where I have a lot of questions. So the email address that it was changed to was a former client of hers whose daughter supposedly works at WORC. Now, I'm hoping, but I don't know of any other explanation, that this daughter would not have gone in the system and changed the registration or the associated email address. Because if she did, young lady, whoever you are, that is an offense that is worthy of prosecution. You should be careful. You can't touch other people's accounts like that. I've seen people sit on trial in this jurisdiction for accessing the RMS system and getting people's personal details and calling them on the phone, telling them that they should be careful on the roadway. Now, that young lady was lucky because she got off, right? I think it was a jury trial. They let her walk, but believe me, when I tell you, she is really, really lucky because she didn't have the authorization to do that. So the question becomes, who changed this person's registration details, which part of it is the email address, so she could no longer log in and service her clients and submit work permits and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, I saw her not this weekend, but the weekend before at Cost You Less, and she mentioned it to me. And I said, She said, Sandy, I'm trying to give these people an opportunity to fix it before I come to you. And I know a lot of you guys do that. I do that, right? Before I bring things to the public, I say, listen, government, flow, logic, CUC, it doesn't matter who. I will email them and say, I've got this customer complaint. Do you mind, Digicel? We did one the other day with Digicel. I said, do you mind looking into it and getting it sorted out? Just fix it. We're not here to make you look bad if we don't have to. Anyway, they didn't fix it. And so yesterday morning, she called in the show. That's exactly KK said. They had access to her login and password. It is astonishing that could be the case. And this is where, I'm concerned. Listen, you have a government portal, whether it is your one for the whole one where you can do like customs, you can do, government is encouraging all of us to go online and to utilize these services. But we have to know that there is complete integrity of the system when people can't just go online and be changing your stuff. Right? Anyway, she called. I sent one WhatsApp message and say, listen here, Bobo. fix this. Okay. So I sent the message at 10:03 a.m., right about the time that this woman was on the phone calling. And look at what happened. I'm going to show you all this. I see somebody messaging me on the other phone. Let me just pull up the WhatsApp. So this is what happened. I had a little lunch meeting yesterday. And then I got this message at 1:19 p.m. How many hours later is that? Sandra, thank you very much. The Jobs Cayman team finally called me and resorted my used ID. I think that's supposed to be restored. And I can now log into the Jobs Cayman platform. You're the best. So after 10 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, 1, call it 3 hours, it was resolved. And this woman had been chasing people for the longest time. I really think an investigation needs to happen. They're supposed to have an audit trail. And so an investigation should occur into how this happened and what exactly took place. This is ridiculous. I want to be very, very clear here that this makes me extremely uncomfortable. And I think I have more questions than certainly I have answers. Great that it's resolved, but how on earth did this happen to begin with? Y'all stay tuned now, because there might be more to this situation than meets the eye. And I want to ensure that civil servants, if you're paying attention, when you don't do your jobs and when you potentially break the law by logging into people's accounts and either changing stuff or resetting their emails or whatever the heck happened here, when you do things like that, I'm telling you, you're going to get yourselves in trouble. Not only will you be featured on CMR, but you might end up in court, more importantly. And that's a really, really serious data protection, and data breaches are quite serious. So you should be extremely careful, is what I'm telling you. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I feel like that's as much of a warning as you guys are going to get, because you should know this stuff already. And if you don't know it, then, now you know. And now you know what the potential repercussions are. All right. So it was resolved. I think that's important. This person says, Celine says, Richie and I both won the lottery the day that we fell in love with each other. June the 27th will be our 3rd year anniversary. And we both thank you for every single moment. We both thank you for every single moment together. Finding your soulmate is the most beautiful lottery. I love you, Richie. Oh, that is so sweet. Nothing like love, I tell you what. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Celine. Keep the love going. Diane, good morning. She says it's still a blessing no matter how small it is. Oh, yes, honey child. Omeria, how are you? KK says, are you going to bring it into the country? The $30, no, I spent it already buying other lotto tickets. But I came back with money. Aren't you happy when you go to Miami and you have a little bit of money? First of all, I don't really travel with cash. So, when you go through customs, immigration, actually, I think is the one who asked the questions. Is it immigration? They hardly, like Homeland, what they call themselves, Homeland Security or whatever. So you click immigration first and they'll, ask you questions, and then you go on to the next little section. And they said, oh yeah, the first guy, so that'd be immigration. How much money do you have? And I'm like, none. Walked with my card, honey child, no cash. So he's like, oh, what's the purpose of your trip? Shopping, in and out. Don't intend to stay. Don't worry. I won't be an overstayer. And then we passed a customs agent, and he looked like he wanted to stop us. And he's like, oh, do you have any, I forgot what he asked. I don't know, plants, whatever. And I said, honey child, these suitcases are empty. There's nothing in them. And he was like, all of them? I said, yes, they're all empty. I travel empty and I come back a little bit heavier. All right. Amiria says, good morning, Sandy. I'm here listening. Another beautiful day in the Cayman Islands. Of course, we live in one of the best places in the world. Did you guys see my airplane photo that I posted on Facebook? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Hold on. So we were landing and coming in. Poor Gigi, she was having some issues because she was a little bit congested for the last week. She was kind of fighting something off. It was never anything full blown, but it was like kind of lingering. So she gets a little nasal and stuff. And she was fighting something off. And so I knew that this would be a problem for her. You know, when you travel and you're congested, the air pressure, especially as you're descending, is like ridiculous. It's very, very painful. I've only experienced it like once really, really bad. And I thank God I experienced it because, you know, whenever you hear babies on the plane crying, and especially before you have kids, you're like, can you make that baby stop crying? Like, I'm trying to sleep. Like, I sleep on planes, honey child. The second I get on the plane, I fluff up my little plane neck pillow and I get in a comfortable position. I'm just out like a light. I'm like, I don't want no water. Don't offer me no water, no food, no nothing. I'm sleeping. Please leave me alone. So this time I was sitting in the this was years ago. I think I was sitting by the window aisle or by the window. And I guess I must have been sick and I had this air pressure. It was unbearable. The experience was horrific. I've never experienced such head pain, like, oh my God. And it really made me sympathize with babies or young children because of course they don't understand what's going on. Like I kept saying to her, like, you know, open your mouth, like try to chew. So she had some snacks in her little bag because, you know, when you got kids, honey child, you always be traveling with snacks, especially on a plane, because they will tell you as you're boarding the plane, are you hungry? No, mom, no, mommy, I'm not hungry. And 5 minutes later, oh, I'm starving. I'm like, really? You just said you were not hungry. So now I know, always carry a little snack and some water. And so I kept telling her she had fallen asleep as well. So of course she's always kind of miserable when she wakes up, but you know, then the pain was coming in and she was like complaining about that. So I said to her, I said, you know, just like yawn, try to work it out. And she was not really having it. But thankfully it didn't last too long and then we landed. So I could sympathize with her because I've definitely experienced that before. So First Lady, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Let me show you guys though, while we were landing, I decided to take a few pictures just with my iPhone. And I must say they actually came out really good. So look at this. This is coming in. We had a nice clear day, obviously. Coming in, landing, 2 cruise ships were in, a bunch of smaller boats. So, you know, with kids, you try to distract them anytime they're uncomfortable or in pain or whatever. Try to distract them as much as possible. So I was pointing out the actual cruise ships to her. And I said, hey, honey, chill. She laughs every time I say that. I'm like, look, Gigi, look at the cruise ships, count the cruise ships. And she's like, I only see 2. And then I was like, okay, count the smaller boats because there's a lot more of those. But isn't that beautiful? That's our beautiful harbor. Gotta love it. Cayman is such a beautiful place and we really have to work hard, folks, to keep it that way. Yeah, we do have a fix them. I think it's Fix It Sandy segment. Charlene, good morning to you. She said, congrats, and must say you're like myself, girl, wearing many hats at once, problem solver. Thank you, Health City was in touch with me yesterday. Yes, girl, you know when I saw your message, I messaged them and say, hello, my faithful listeners wants to quit smoking and nobody has reached out to her yet. She sent somebody a message. So they said, Miss Sandy, not to worry. By end of day today, she will hear from us. So I'm glad to hear that update. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Leroy asking for some money. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Morning.
Good morning, honey. How are you?
Just want to say good morning to Miss Vernita. She knows who it is. I don't even need to say that. Good morning, my sister. I can find your number from somebody and call you.
I can send it to you. I got her
about
digits.
What about Miss Soka?
She is you know what? I actually saw her in Miami at the airport, working hard as usual. She's like one of the best, as far as I'm concerned. She is the best that they have at the counter right now.
And we have another one in California. I want you to know that.
Who's in California?
Call me. I called you yesterday evening because I needed something.
Oh, okay.
Call me.
But you keep calling the wrong. You called the wrong number. You know, I know you keep calling this number, and I hardly ever answer this number outside the show because this just stays plugged in. So you call my other number, the 324 number.
Don't know what that is. I can't remember. 12, 16, 16, 12.
Yeah, hold on. I can message you right now.
Okay.
So you'll remember it's me, and then I'll send you Vernita's number on that number as well.
Okay, thanks.
All right, honey, Jill.
Okay, bye.
Have a good day. All right. Okay. So, yes, it was so nice to see a Caymanian face at the counter. And I understand, to Cayman Airways credit, I'm going to give Cayman Airways credit because I keep saying, why don't they hire more Caymanians? I understand that they really tried to. They interviewed like 100 people. And I don't know if they're not paying enough money or what. But nobody apparently wanted the job at counter. So they outsourced it to this Alta or whatever agency. And, of course, they're all Cuban nationals. And shout out to my Cuban family. And so I had a young lady assisting me this time who was obviously very new. And she was still learning the ropes. So I took my time with her. I was very, very patient. Soka jokingly said, "You need any tape today, honey child?" Y'all know about the time that they couldn't even find the tape to give me. And they're like, "Oh, that's not our job, lady." And I was like, when Cayman Airways gets so rude at the counter, y'all need to adjust your attitude. But anyway, I joked and I said, nope, no tape needed. And all of my pieces were within weight except one. The very last one was a little bit over. And, if I had time, let me tell you, I actually prepaid for the pieces. And this is kind of the danger of prepaying. Is I prepaid, so I don't know that I could. No, it wasn't that. She said that she already had done the tickets or something because I could have shifted because some were underweight. So technically, I could have taken some stuff out of that one, put another, but I couldn't be bothered. I was like, you know what? Cayman Airways need the little money, honey, Jill, because I be hearing some of them flights going to California be so empty. You could hear the plane echoing because there's nobody on the flight. Now, I think they need to do some more marketing in relation to that California route, because there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on out west. Everything from Vegas. California is actually a beautiful state. There's so much to see and enjoy. And I think as Caymanians, we need to travel more. I keep telling you all that. See more, enjoy more, experience life. And so I think Cayman Airways needs to do more marketing, because I keep hearing from people in the know that flight be empty going and coming. And it's like just a few people on it. A few celebrities who might come in for a little staycation here and there. We have to make these routes profitable. That's the whole goal of Cayman Airways. We don't want to be subsidizing this airline too much, because one day the subsidy money is going to just run out. So Panama is coming up. They're going to be opening up the Panama route. I've been to Panama before, but I'm definitely open to going again, because the last time I went, they were working on the upgrade to the Panama Canal, and it hadn't been completed. So that's actually coming. So it's not coming, it's now completed. So I'd like to see the after. That is definitely one of the wonders of the world. I have no clue how they did it, but it's amazing. Okay, let me see here now. We do have a guest that we're going to be bringing into the studio, telling us a little bit about an event that she is going on. So why don't we do that? And then we're going to pick up the conversation afterwards. So we've got quite a few things here this morning that we want to talk about, including how a convicted murderer, was on his way to the Cayman Islands. Lord Jesus, I was like, what? When I heard this story, my mind was, it took a minute for it to sink in. But of course, I know this happens all the time. We're going to talk about that. Wendy, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Sandy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yes, that's wonderful. So I know that you've got some stuff going on. You've got an event actually that's coming up, and you want to share the details of this event. So it's the Youth Performing Arts Workshop with the Education Department.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what that is and how people can participate.
Okay, well, that's more of a, well, good morning, Cayman. Let me just say good morning, good morning. What that is we're doing a youth performing arts workshop where we're having Miss Andrea Delcita Wright come down. She's a drama teacher and a guidance counselor by profession. So I asked her, I'm wanting to give back. I'm always involved in the arts here in Cayman. So I want to give back and create opportunities for like the youths and trying to, do something that I didn't have much opportunity to do when I was younger.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, this would be a great opportunity that she can be able to like give some level of diversity, for the youth, because we have so much talent here in Cayman as far as the arts is concerned. So we asked of her to do so. And then as soon as I got the okay with that from her, I called Mr. Markery immediately. So I want to say thank you to him. I asked him, told him the vision, and he jumped on board immediately. He was absolutely excited about it. So this event is more private, I would say. That's why it's not really being advertised, because education will be have reached out to the schools and having each government school represented. Primary school will be first, and then the high schools will be after. So of course it will be age appropriate that she can deal with the children at their age level. So I just wanted to let Cayman know that with the Free Youth Performing Arts Workshop, that she's coming down, because I'm sure everybody know her as Delcita, as the actress, but she's also coming back to give back to the community. So that's something that I have always wanted to do, which is trying to create opportunities to give back to my place. When I go overseas, I try to bring back and try to make create different things to or give the knowledge that I learned to those who are here.
Okay, so this is a workshop then that's going to be available to primary school and then the high school kids as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So she's doing that on the Friday. And UCCI donated their hall. I want to say thank you to them as well for allowing us to do so, to use their facility. I'm pretty much excited to learn. Even you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn anything. So learning from different people, different trainers. There's always something new. It's always growing. So that's with the Youth Performing Arts Workshop. And then on Sunday, which is Father's Day, she will be performing her play. For this event, once again, it's a giving. For me, Miss Sandy, everything for me is just giving back. It's not about making money. It's not about, I know a lot of times people say, oh, it's gonna be good money or whatever, but for me it's about giving back. So fathers are not appreciated as much as we are as moms. So I wanted to recognize the fathers, kind of create an ambiance for them to feel appreciated. As well as it's been so long, COVID has hit us so hard, we've been so stressed out, everything has just been so overwhelming for us here in Cayman. I just wanted, it's good to bring something back into the community where we can laugh and just de-stress for a few hours and, just giving back. That's pretty much it. Yes,
very good. So tell us how people can find out about the Father's Day event then, if they want to attend.
Yes. So you can be able to purchase tickets. The tickets are $30 pre-sold, $40 at the gate. It's at the Lion Center. Tickets can be bought at Winner Circle, Wellis Cool Spot, also on Event Pro. and the Eastern Avenue gas station, the Rubis. Children, if you're wanting to bring your children, because it is a family-oriented play, children tickets can be bought only on Eventpro or at the gate. We don't have any none at the outlets for the children. So I mean, you can also give me a call. We have, let me say this. We have a lot of gate prizes that we're wanting to give away. Majority of the sponsors that are on this event that have sponsored towards this event are mostly of kind. So it's about, once again, everybody saw the vision, they believed in it, and they want to give back, especially to the fathers. So we have at least, I think we have about almost 20 prizes to give away to the community, to the fathers especially. So we're pretty much excited about that.
Nice. All right. So give us the dates again so that people are aware.
Yes. So, well, once again, the youth workshop is for the government schools and so forth. So we're working intimately with them. That's on June 16th, and then the Father's Day play production, where we're showing the great appreciation to the fathers, will be on June 18th, this Sunday at the Lion Center. Once again, you can get tickets at Winners Circle, Wells Cool Spot, Event Pro, Eastern Avenue gas station, Rubis. I know that Famous Restaurant does have some tickets, so you can be able to get some there as well. Or you can give me a phone call on 927-1645 if you want to get any more tickets. And we look forward to seeing you guys there.
Fantastic. All right, Wendy. Well, congratulations on this venture of yours. And folks, go out and support. Yes.
I also have 2 tickets if you want to give them away on your show as well.
Oh, why not? Of course. All right. Let's think about how we should give them away. We can just do callers into the program. So 93626, caller number 5.
Hey.
Lucky caller number 5, call in now and you can win. Now everybody's going to be waiting. We got to have some callers in. Call in. We'll give away some tickets to this event. You guys can go out and enjoy. So we've got some positive comments coming in. Leroy says, Wendy, go girl. Good morning to Miss Dean. And Miss Brenda says they should be fathers. Well, there's a lot of good fathers out there. And I must say that they do their utmost best, and they're not always appreciated for what they do. And as is usually the case, it's the few bad ones that make everybody look bad. But there are really a lot of wonderful fathers out there. And of course, Father's Day is this coming Sunday. So make your plans early to go out and celebrate with your fathers. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Well, you know what? You're caller number 1, but I'm going to give you one of the tickets. How about that?
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Let me just take down your number. Hold on one second. I'm going to pass it on to Wendy so that she can then contact you about how to get those tickets. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
All right, caller, good morning. Well, they say the early bird gets the worm. So you know what? We're not even going to wait for caller number 5 anymore because y'all just too slow this morning. Let's go ahead and give you another ticket. Congratulations. You are a winner.
Oh my God, thank you.
You are most welcome. All right, my dear. So I'll send both of those numbers over to you. Look at that. If y'all paying attention now, you would have called early. Everybody was sitting down waiting. Well, I'll be calling 5. Look, caller number 1 and 2 won it. Y'all were going a little bit too slow for me this morning. Miss Ann Forrester, good morning to you. Lucille says, good morning, Sandy. I'm listening about you winning. And I said myself, we're going to have a Cayman Mall Road. Laughing out loud. But anyway, keep up trying. The big one is coming soon. Make sure I will give you my account number. Stay safe and be blessed. All right. Thank you. Ms. Brenda said, have someone nominate their dad. Well, we don't want to take up too much time this morning, so we got our winners already. Again, Wendy, congratulations on this event, and good luck with it, and keep us posted on anything else that you've got coming up.
Yes, Mom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, folks, that's Wendy Miller. Go support these events. Again, show your love and appreciation, folks, this weekend to your daddy, your papa, whatever you call him, pops, whatever name you got for the special father in your life. And sometimes it's not even your biological father, it's a father figure. And you still want to show them love and appreciation for all of the sacrifices that they would have made. Some of us have been very, very fortunate to have more than one person that we can refer to as having fill that void or fill that space for us over the years. So truly, truly amazing. But it's, oh my gosh, there's nothing like a good father. I'm sure of that. Just like there's nothing like a good mother too. So thank you again, Wendy, for coming on and sharing that with us. Okay. 936 Bobo is the telephone number. Good morning to Miss Amelia. She's joining us. Leroy says, Daddy. That what he called his papa. All right. All right, folks. So let's talk about a couple things that have been going on. I don't know if y'all saw this. We posted it last night, this video about, oh, wow. Huh. Okay. We can ruffle some feathers here this morning. Honey, chill. Y'all so silly with the battles that you want to pick and choose and fight about. I'm gonna tell you. Let's talk about the first part of this. So, shared a video last night about this Jamaican trial. Don't know if you guys heard about this. So this guy's on trial. I'm gonna pull up let me pull up the video here. So he's on trial he's trying to appeal his murder conviction. And so in his attempts to appeal it, what was divulged was that there's a Cayman link. Ooh, honey child. I don't know why Cayman always, somehow we get mixed up in the mix. Listen to this. This really had me shaking my head, but listen carefully.
Accessory before and after the fact in the 2008 murder of then chairman of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, Douglas Chambers. The witness testified that it was Miller who had given orders and arranged for Mr. Chambers to be killed and then arranged for the shooter to be sent to Cayman on a boat to evade the police. The matter will resume in the Court of Appeal on Wednesday.
Lord have mercy. Arranged to have the shooter, aka the murderer, to be sent to the Cayman Islands to evade the police. Y'all are sitting there thinking, scratching your head, why Cayman? This murderer, I'm going to show y'all his picture, planned to escape to the Cayman Islands. Well, I'm going to tell y'all why, in case you have not been paying attention, because it is so easy to come here. We have made it. I want y'all to listen to this again.
Of accessory before and after the fact in the 2008 murder of then chairman of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, Douglas Chambers. The witness testified that it was Miller who had given orders and arranged for Mr. Chambers to be killed and then arranged for the shooter to be sent to Cayman on a boat to evade the police. The matter will resume in the Court of Appeal on Wednesday.
Lord Jesus. Here's Mr. Miller. That's what he looks like. Rough and tough. And he was arranging for the murderer to get on a boat and come to the Cayman Islands. Why? Because these boats come in all the time. And they come in apparently successfully bringing in criminals. We've seen a few that were here amongst us, and eventually they were caught. We don't know how many else are here, many more, I should say, are here that we may not even know anything about. Bringing in guns and drugs. Now, I'm always shocked when people say, especially these young people that don't have no sense, to be quite frank and honest, oh, well, just let the weed boat come in. What's the big deal? It's not even about the weed or the marijuana, folks. It is about the fact that other things are invariably coming in on these boats as well. Criminals, okay? Nobody's going to be running drugs of any kind and they're a good, upstanding member of the community. No. They're involved in gangs. They're gangbangers. They're running guns. They're running drugs. They're running prostitutes. They're into gambling. They're into all this kind of ridiculousness. And so it really begs the question about how safe are our borders. We brought this up before. Obviously, our borders are extremely porous. If people, the first thing they think about, notice that they're not saying, oh, let's run to Haiti, closer, let's go to Cuba. They're saying, oh, let's go to the Cayman Islands because it is so easy to get in and out of the Cayman Islands undetected. We have really got to put down our foot when it comes to border patrolling. And I mean, I don't know how hard it could really be with the technology that's available out there, but we need to put down our foot and honestly start to stamp out some of this ridiculous importation of criminals. We have to deploy technology to help us, because I get it. I know why they use these little canoe boats, because you probably can't detect them with the regular, satellite imagery and that sort of stuff. But what about drones? We have newer drone technology that is readily available. Okay. So why can't that be used in the fight against crime? This is such a small island between Cayman Brac, and I guess we got to protect little Cayman 200 jail because they still be running over there. Why can't we have better patrols? How many boats? I mean, I have so many questions for the Coast Guard, the police, for CBC. And I know that they work in conjunction with each other, and I want to thank them for the ones that they do grab. But, this simply highlights to me, and the other times that we've had the other criminals here, how easy it is for people to come in and out of this country, and we don't even know. And it's not the first time that this has happened. We've actually had hitmen sent from Jamaica to carry out a hit in Cayman to kill somebody. They get paid to do so. I understand it's $3,000-$4,000 will secure you a ride in one of these boats. And then you're in and out, do a job, and then you leave the jurisdiction. My God. What? Now, our neighbors to the, where's Jamaica? Cayman, where's Jamaica on the map? That's south of us? Where are they? I don't even know which direction. But let me be very, very clear. Jamaica does not have the best record in the world for law-abiding citizens. They've got over 3 million people. And even if 1 million of them are criminals, we got a problem. And I'm not saying it's that many, but it's enough. And there is a trickle over and a spilling over and a trickle down effect that impacts us here in the Cayman Islands. And this is extremely concerning. Cayman has very close ties with Jamaica. Believe me, I get it. Closest are they really the closest country to us? Because Cuba looks kind of closest too, but Jamaica probably is physically the closest country. But we have long historical ties with Jamaica. But it does not mean that we have to accept any and everything that comes off of a boat or comes into this country. I keep begging Caymanians to try to, it's east of us, thank you so much, to try to do a better job, even when it comes to the ones that we are legally importing. There's a lot of people who have, a nefarious agenda on why they want to leave their own country, not just Jamaica, all over, but Jamaica in particular is what I'm talking about this morning. And why they want to come here, why they want to be here. And so we have to be careful. We're importing gangbangers, criminals, child molesters, murderers, gun runners, drug runners, smugglers, human trafficking, people in the gambling business, and we need to wake up. So this appeal case, this is a Jamaican gang leader. He was sentenced to 38 years in prison. Y'all heard it. And now he's trying to appeal that sentence. And it's, I kind of feel like I remember this murder case because this was quite shocking. A former state employee, 2008 murder. He arranged for a gang member who carried out the hit to be sent to the Cayman Islands to evade the police. Tesha Miller, or Tisha, is it Tisha or Tesha Miller? The alleged leader of the Klansman gang, which we've heard of before, was convicted in the Home Circuit Court in December of 2019 after a trial in which a witness said that Miller had given orders and arranged for the former chairman of the Jamaican Urban Transport Company, Douglas Chambers, to be killed, and then arranged for the shooter to be sent to the Cayman Islands on a boat to evade the police. Good morning, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, caller. You got to turn that radio down for me. Hello. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Question or comment for us this morning?
I was calling about the ticket.
Oh, we already had winners quite a while ago.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
All right, my dear.
Okay then.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. We moved on from that one, honey chill. Okay. So this was the plan. He killed this poor guy, Douglas Chambers. All kind of hits are happening in Jamaica. It's crazy. That place is like the Wild Wild West. So he was convicted of masterminding the murder and sentenced to 38 years in prison at hard labor. I don't know what hard labor. They still have hard labor prisons in Jamaica. What do they have them do exactly? Anyway, he's now before the Jamaican Court of Appeal, appealing his sentence. And according to Miller's lawyer, the language and tone of the trial impacted the fairness of the proceedings. Well, so he claims. But like I said, the part of the story that we find most intriguing is this bit about, how the master plan, the mastermind behind the master plan was like, oh, let's just send them to the Cayman Islands. No, sir. Well, this should make everybody extremely concerned. His appeal continues today because I can assure you that he's not the only criminal who's this idea. He's not the only criminal who's utilized this idea. Remember the other day we had one that was picked up here. I'm trying to remember his name now. Let me see if I can find the story. Let me see if I can find this one. Right, give me 1 second. So we collected this one. Where is he? Oh gosh, there's so many stories. Okay, I think, was this the one from August? 4 Jamaican fugitives deported. So yes, 4 Jamaican men, including 2 wanted for murder and other serious crimes, were deported from the Cayman Islands. This is back in August of last year. Yeah. So again, landed illegally in this country. And enjoying their best life, driving around. When they're here, what do y'all think they're doing exactly? These are not law-abiding citizens. They're not going to go out there and apply for a work permit all of a sudden and get a legitimate job. They had people here helping them. Yes. Cayman, we need to shape up when it comes to immigration reform in more ways than one and protecting our borders. And unfortunately, somewhere along the line, there's normally a Caymanian involved in the situation. This reminded me of a young lady. She's actually back in the Cayman Islands. Everybody was shocked that she was here already. I heard that her father paid for her to get out of the Cuban jail, but you guys might remember this one with Michelle Ann Hunter, Caymanian woman. She is on the radar of everybody's tongue right now because apparently she's found herself a new love, which is Andre Espute. We were talking about Andre not that long ago. Well, he's publishing all over social media that he's found the true love of his life. interesting story, but we won't get into too many of the crazy details. But the most interesting thing about her is not that long ago, she was arrested for smuggling drugs into Cuba. Now, y'all know that when you do that kind of stuff, normally you get a sentence. You're not coming out of no Cuban jail in no short space of time. This is 2020. It's now 2023, and she's out already. So the streets are talking that her father, who owns Larry's, whatever the name of that store is, went to Cuba and paid money to get her out. Well, y'all know how Cuba works. Money talks first, I suppose. Yeah. So that's what happened. Paid to get her out. She's back here living her best life now. Moved into Andre's house with her and her kids. So she was arrested and detained for drug importation for some half a kilo of cocaine hidden in her privates after making an alleged drug run in December, according to exclusive CMR sources. Now, the crazy thing about this is they had been watching her because it wasn't her first time going into Cuba with drugs. And the Cuban authorities allegedly had been watching her. Now, y'all remember there's a connection with her. She went to Guyana first and then to Cuba, and she was apprehended by Cuban authorities. Mother of 6, she supposedly worked in the family business, Larry's Hardware and Gifts. She also worked before she was arrested at Crystal Caves in Northside. She's back in Cayman walking around. But here's where this story has a much more interesting twist to it. One of the persons that she was involved with was a Guyanese man who was here in the Cayman Islands setting up this drug running business. So you all might not remember this, and I'm just jogging your memory about how Caymanians are involved in all of this. So we need to take responsibility. We can't sit back and always say, well, you know, these expats coming here. Oh, Jamaicans destroying Cayman. No. Caymanians are destroying Cayman because y'all are letting people, whether they're Jamaicans, Guyanese, a West Bay, a Georgetowner, a Windsor Parker. I don't care where they come from. If you're supporting this kind of illegal activity and behavior, you are part and parcel of the problem. Okay? We have got to cut out this mentality of, oh, well, it's just a little bit of drugs. Let's just turn a blind eye. That is the problem. Too much criminality is happening in our little, square mileage here on this little rock. And y'all are happy to turn a blind eye. Somebody was saying to me yesterday, which I thought was interesting. They're like, Sandy, Caymanians have a history of criminality, first of all. Let's be very honest. Little pirates that we are. And they were also wondering, why is it that so many Caymanians have addiction problems? Alcohol, cocaine, crack, whatever it is you're addicted to. And they were sort of, opining a bit about whether or not we have something genetically wrong with us. Just like the Native Americans who struggle so badly with alcohol. Some of it, there is a genetic component. And then some of it is just social norms that have been accepted and passed down from one generation to the next. Things like turning a blind eye that really should not happen. What a mess. So this was the mix-up story here, is this Guyanese man, he was nabbed by authorities back in February of 2020, had begun setting up a drug trafficking enterprise in the Cayman Islands. And he's connected to the Hunter girl because several of his mules were arrested in Cuba, including her. So she was being detained in Cuba after being caught drug trafficking through the country of Guyana. Wow. So imagine this. This guy arrives in the Cayman Islands and he's able to recruit, what's this young lady's name? Michelle Ann Hunter as one of his drug trafficking mules to go and smuggle drugs. I don't know. First of all, can anybody tell me why are you smuggling drugs into Cuba? Wouldn't you be trying to smuggle drugs out? But anyway, he was setting up this whole trafficking ring. His name is Wendell Stewart. Okay, he arrived in the Cayman Islands. Guess where? Via Jamaica. y'all paying attention? With intentions of setting up a drug trafficking business. Wow. So he was to travel here with his wife in order to set up the illicit enterprise, but she was detained by authorities elsewhere. So he came alone. He moved into a house. He had some local contacts, again, Caymanians, criminals, moved into the northward area before moving to Newlands. Listen to me, folks. I want y'all to pay attention. This dude has an extensive criminal history. We had written about him. I don't know how many of y'all were paying attention, but he is a cop killer. Were y'all paying attention? Let's back it up and refresh your memories just a little bit. Because I find one of the reasons that we are such easy targets here is that, quite frankly, we have very short memories. See him here, cop shooter picked up in Cayman after illegal entry back in February of 2020. He's a Guyanese national. He was living in the US. And trust me, the guy has, when I say an extensive history, he shot at police when he was only 19 years old, at 3 Newark police officers during a car theft from a moving vehicle. They were shot, but thankfully survived. He's described in court papers in the United States of America as a dangerous criminal and Bloods street gang member. Okay. He, listen to this bit of the story. When he was sentenced to shooting these police officers, somehow, as a non-citizen, he got 3 years probation for the shootings. And because the judge did not inform ICE, that's their immigration enforcement people, of his immigration status, he was permitted to remain in the United States for another 10 years. And then, even with that kind of luck, he couldn't behave himself. In 2006, he was indicted for various carjackings. And then in December of 2006, he shot a 21-year-old man in the chest while exiting a New Jersey transit bus in East Orange, New Jersey. Continues in 2007, a 22-count indictment. Folks, 22 counts, was returned against Stewart for drug trafficking to an undercover police officer, and once again, he was released. You see, we can't rely on the systems in other countries, even their judicial system, to work. Understand me? And then finally, in October of 2008, he was booked for brutally assaulting a police officer again, and possession of a 9mm Colt semi-automatic handgun with 16 rounds of live 9mm ammunition, including a hollow point bullet in the chamber. Now, I'm no gun expert, but everybody this side of the Mississippi knows that there's only one reason that somebody carries a hollow point bullet. Y'all know? What do hollow point bullets do? Well, they are meant to cause lethal damage when they hit someone. And normally they are aimed at what they call them cop killer bullets. Okay? They have what's called controlled penetration, where over penetration could cause collateral damage. In other words, you're not going to be moving away from this, walking away from this live. And they use them to shoot at police so that they get little to no protection from the actual bulletproof vests and stuff that they're using as well. Unbelievable. This guy Really, really extensive. So while he was incarcerated, he also was indicted for obtaining a cell phone and making threats from his prison cell. He's also believed to be involved in several murders. But guess what? Somehow he acted as an informant for the FBI to assist with the rest of Blood's gang members. And that is probably the reason why he was kind of getting away with a lot of stuff. Now, here's the most shocking part. Well, not the most shocking, but an additional shocking detail is apparently he was falsely informing on others. So he was lying to the FBI, giving them fake information. He was eventually deported back to Guyana 3 years before 2020. And then all of a sudden, he shows up in the Cayman Islands. Hear this joke now. He arrived on a commercial flight under his own name. He traveled to the Bahamas and then to Barbados and on to Jamaica before entering Cayman. Lord Jesus. Wow. And the first thing he does upon arrival in this country is start his criminal enterprise, setting up his criminal enterprise and his criminal business. Caymanians, are y'all listening to me? I need y'all to pay attention because I really need us as a people to wake up. This is unbelievable. And it has been happening. My apologies, Jordan. He says I'm confusing the hollow point ammunition with armor-piercing ammunition. Appreciate the correction. Regardless, a hollow point bullet, you're not really going to be walking away from that too easy. What a mess. We need to wake up. Caymanians, we're helping this guy. This hunter girl, money can get you out of a Cuban prison. Now she's back here. I hate to tell you all, but some people have a certain MO. Anywhere they're around, the drug dealers, the crack pushers, the cocaine pushers, they're not going to be far behind, whether they're Caymanians or expats or otherwise. We need to wake up. Morning, caller.
Morning. Yes, Sandy, this really actually makes my stomach sick. Because if this is all that going on here, I mean, we are a little 2x4 island. What is wrong that we can't protect this better? That's really sad. And secondly, we have this thing that we trust people so much. We trust everybody. I mean, me myself, sometimes I stop back and think, but it just comes to one conclusion: we cannot trust anyone. Because the thing that I find, especially with Caribbean, and listen, I got lovely Jamaican friends, and I keep telling people I love them to death, those that I love. But in the recent years and generations, listen, they know how to manipulate you. They say all of the nice things that are, especially our young women, gets into, and I think we need to start from home. Teach our girls worth, our young women worth. Not everybody that come and say, "Oh, you pretty, you're nice and brown, and you got nice shape, and I love you here." And this is what gets under a lot of these younger people, and not to find it too much with the boys. I don't think, or the young men, I should say. But we as women and young women have to understand that anybody could come and do this. Because I trust you, if that person had got into Cayman, he would have never left.
Well, he did get here. He was here.
No, I'm talking about the story that you had.
Oh, the other one, the Jamaican murderer. Yes. Yeah. They never have any intentions of leaving, believe me, because they have it so good here.
Yeah, he would have never left. He would have found a way to pay off someone, or to sweet mouth, or how they sugar coats everything, and end up here, and only God knows then what would happen. And we really gotta step back and look at this. And then the last thing I want to say is that people is complaining. Some people is talking about what you call it, fingerprinting.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel that fingerprinting will help us. This
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the downsides of not fingerprinting, because if this so be the case, that last one that you were talking about, there
Mm-hmm.
had to be something that would pick him up in Interpol or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then he would not have reached around or traveled around the especially the Caribbean so much. So we got a lot to think about. We really got a lot to think about, because this really makes me nervous, honest to
Mm-hmm.
God, to think that these kind of things, these are really gangster mafia type
Mm-hmm.
behavior
Mm-hmm.
people that we have coming in our jurisdiction.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying today. Take
Thank you
care.
so much. I
And
really appreciate it.
bye bye. Bye bye.
And I want to be very clear, because we're going to talk about some other criminals that have made it to shore right here in the Cayman Islands, because once again, we need to pay careful attention. So someone was just sending me and reminding me the link about this other one, boxer, or whatever the heck they were calling him in Jamaica, because they always got about 50 million code names. And about the fact that he was here. We carried this story. You guys might remember this. Right? Here it is. Multiple stories. A man deported from Cayman to Jamaica charged with murder. He was wanted for murder. Yeah. Jamaican fugitive recently deported from the Cayman Islands was eventually charged with murder by the Jamaican Constabulary Force. Rudolph Boxer Shaw, considered to be one of the most wanted men you can imagine. Yep. In St. Catherine, was charged with murder and shooting with intent on Monday. Wow. He shot 59-year-old Wilfred O'Connor, a carpenter in St. John's Road in St. Catherine, Jamaica, as he was standing in his yard when a Nissan wagon drove up with armed men. They exited the vehicle, opened gunfire, and killed him. That's not the only murder that he was wanted or associated with. Eventually, he was killed by the Jamaican authorities because he actually escaped police custody. And well, in Jamaica, they don't really, as any Jamaican would say, we're not romping with them. So the police shot and killed him back in October of last year. He escaped custody, and 2 days later, he was a dead man. That's just how they operate in Jamaica, yeah? Meanwhile, we have attorneys in the Cayman Islands, and I know these attorneys have to earn their keep. Believe me, you. But some of them I'd be looking at with a side eye, because quite shockingly, if you search for his name, you'll see another story here where they were trying to fight his extradition. Now, listen, like I said, lawyers, like everybody else, they're trying to make their couple coins, but some of them could really do better by turning down a few of the cases that they'd be taking up on their head. They know these criminals be guilty of sin. Why on earth would you be trying to fight the extradition of St. Catherine's most wanted man in the Cayman Islands so he can stay here and become your number one client? Seriously? Mm-hmm. Attorneys wanted to fight his extradition. Thankfully, big shout out to Charles Clifford and his team. They moved so swiftly. By the time they had the papers ready to go to court, he was already on the plane and out of here. Woo! Let's give that one an applause. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Charles Clifford and everybody else on the CBC team. They moved very, very quickly in deporting him, because his lawyers were preparing legal documents to make some kind of argument about his papers and his passport. And is he really, he had another passport. I was like, listen to me. Some of y'all need a swift kick in the gonads. Seriously. There's no formal deportation order or human rights, this and that. Really? So CBC sources at the time said that they did it pursuant to Section 1033 of the Customs and Border Control Act. And they didn't need a formal deportation order. But you see, these people just looking for money. And guess who's paying for it? We, the people of the Cayman Islands, through legal aid. Pay attention now, Cayman. We are the ones paying for this kind of foolishness, for these kind of criminals to come in this jurisdiction illegally, unlawfully, carrying out criminal acts. And then lawyers can jump up talking about, well, you're not doing it the right way. Now, I'm all for trying to listen. I get it. I understand the process. I understand the legalities. I understand human rights. But some people lost their human rights when they shot somebody in another jurisdiction and came here illegally. We shouldn't be going out of our way to fight for them to remain in this jurisdiction. Why? Are y'all crazy? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
The person that you're speaking of, the most wanted man in whatever, St. Catherine, Spanish Town, whatever, is that a person that was trying to come here and blah, blah, or got
he
here?
Was
and blah,
here. Blah. He was
okay.
in this country, right? Customs got wind of it, picked him up, Border Control, picked him up, trying to extradite him back to Jamaica. And his lawyer told me, they were about to fight his extradition. But like I said, Customs moved very, very quickly to get him the hell out of here. Sent him right back to the Jamaican authorities. And then he ended up dying. He ended up getting killed.
But let me just for my own edification, because you did mention we're paying for it, and then I thought, legal aid, and then you said it. But so how is legal aid structured that people not from this jurisdiction, meaning the Cayman Islands, the Three Little Peaks, you mean we got people benefiting from legal aid?
Of course. We have, listen, I mean, the concept, the concept of legal aid is anybody can get it who can't afford a lawyer, obviously. And it doesn't make a difference if you're a Caymanian or foreign national. Everybody has a right to fair trial. In principle, we all get that. You and I have been to law school. We understand the concept. So even
right now,
even though he is a foreign national, known and wanted murderer in another jurisdiction, he still has a right to due process in this jurisdiction.
Yeah, but I don't believe in that due process.
We pay for it.
But what I'm trying to tell you is now, I don't believe in due process all the time,
Well, I'm telling you that neither do I.
Sometimes you can see the mud at the bottom of the stream real clear. Due process is, I'm not getting into all that, but I don't necessarily believe in due process all the time. And this would be one case where, but and I know some people apply for legal aid and can't get it because they're talking about legal aid funds are short and blah, 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 blah. I know that for a fact. So I'm just wondering, when we got a little legal aid situation going on, why we're not trying to keep it for ourselves to service our people. You got people running to Cayman as fugitives, because that's what I would call it then. And we can defend them in the courts of law on our own territory, when we can just bottle them up and send them back to where they came from to face their own justice.
Oh yes.
Well,
I mean, I could not.
I would tell them not to vote for me.
I couldn't.
For that kind of shortcut.
Yeah. I couldn't really understand, except lawyers trying to get a paycheck. What would be the point of fighting his extradition? But I mean, they're like, the process has to be followed, and I guess if it was you in that situation, and let's assume innocent until proven otherwise, someone could very well make the argument, well, wouldn't you want someone to fight for the correct process to be followed if that was you in that situation? But I don't have any sympathy for criminals.
First of all, only if I'm innocent, because if I do anything, I would do that knowingly and want to make a point. It wouldn't be running up and down shooting people in the yard.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be that. I would want to make a point. Not saying I wouldn't do, but I would want to make a point in a way.
Yeah.
and I don't care what happened after that. But anyhow, I think people need to be looking at that, the structure of that legal aid situation a little differently. And you know, where Mr. Samamba is. I know he's listening. I know his radio is always get it just like mine, going from one to the next.
Yes.
So even if he over there, he soon come back.
My
but
dear.
Anyway, you gave me one to think about today.
Yeah.
See how I could put that square peg in that round hole.
All right, making us all think.
I would like to.
Thank you, my dear. 936-2626 is the telephone number. So yes, that's another criminal that was actually in our jurisdiction, got deported, and shortly after deportation, he escaped police custody in Jamaica, and then they shot him dead. They probably did everybody a favor. He's not the only criminal that has come onto our shores illegally, and some managed to get here legally, and we're simply not paying attention. To be fair, let's talk about a couple white collar criminals, because so far we've been just talking about our friends over there. Yes, so in Jamaica, they're not the only criminals in the world. To be fair, y'all remember during COVID, we took a lot of heat for this story almost 3 years ago. Let me refresh your memory, because his wife, and I love when the criminals are of a certain Caucasian persuasion, because then the argument changes. And y'all be trying to come for me, and I tell y'all, step the, you know what, off of my block, off my front steps, because I don't care who they are, how much money they have, what skin color they are, and where they're from. The same passion I have for Jamaican criminals, I have for this Canadian wannabe fraudster and criminal as well. Capiche? So we wrote about him. CMR broke this story. Just refreshing your memories. As a matter of fact, let's go back to our exclusive story that we did on September of 2020. Cayman resident arrested in Orlando and removed from chartered Canadian flight. So this dude, Andy McAlpine is his name, running some penny, what was it called? Penny something crime. Oh Lord, securities, and he was a financial advisor at one point at LOM Securities Cayman. Real low thief and criminal. Yeah. Involved in some Caledonian mix-up. This is the other side of the spectrum here, white collar crime. They don't get a pass around here either, because a thief is a thief and a criminal is a criminal, no matter how they're stealing or how they're doing it. Here's what is shocking. So this independent trader, Governor's Harbor resident, Andy Charles McAlpine, he was arrested back in September. Now we were still in lockdown, but there were some people who were able to charter flights out of Cayman. Well, he's so smart. The authorities wanted him in the United States of America. So he was chartering a flight to Canada. And what we understand happened is the pilot was in on it with the FBI. They ensured that the flight touched down in Orlando to supposedly refuel. But guess what? They only wanted him on American soil. You think those Americans joke around? So he chartered this flight, arranged to get 8 persons from Grand Cayman to Toronto. They were repatriating themselves after the COVID, because of the COVID pandemic. The 47-year-old posted on his Facebook page that he was looking for passengers who need to get to Toronto and who are willing to share the charter with him. Okay, this is a $30,000, $35,000 flight. This is a private plane, folks. So, you know, if you want to fly private, you got to pay to play. So he says, Nicole and I, that's his wife, trying to arrange a private charter for 6 to 8 people to YYZ on September the 19th at 10 a.m. Anyone interested, please let me know. Working on cost, but figure it might be between 30 to 35K total max, The flight would stay overnight in Toronto and bring back people on the 20th if there is an interest. All right. So he was arranging, and he did arrange the flight out, and then they arranged for him to be arrested is what they did. YYZ, that is the Toronto Pearson International Airport, Ontario, Canada. Yeah. So anywho, there was a stop in Orlando to supposedly refuel. Agents came on board the plane on the tarmac, disembarked all the passengers on board, searched them and their luggage. It says that the flight detour was unscheduled and appears to be somewhat prearranged in order to allow him to be on American soil so he could be apprehended. Hear this. He was overheard begging the pilot to take his suitcase straight to Canada for him, but the authorities confiscated it and took him into custody. Wow. His wife, Carolyn McAlpine, indicated that she would return our call because we reached out to her, but of course she failed to do so. Now, let me tell y'all how Caymanians are just so silly. Yeah? She didn't return her call. You know what y'all were doing? Blowing up my phone, and I remember this because we were in lockdown. There wasn't much else to do. Y'all blowing up my phone and calling me, talking about, oh, but Sandy, these people go to church with me. They're good people. I was like, excuse me. Just because someone goes to church with you, you don't think they could be a fraudster? Are you kidding me? Oh, but they're just such nice people. I'm like, can you take the people actually call me and ask me to take this story down? I was like, are you crazy? Why would I take this story down? Well, to be fair, he hasn't been charged yet. And I said, okay. And I report on people, the little kid in Windsor Park who got arrested. He hasn't been charged yet. You want me to take all those stories down too? I don't see you calling, making a plea on his behalf. Please come off my phone. I'm being nice right now. This is basically what I said. Please come off my phone with your foolishness. These people were calling me and actually crying. Oh, Andy's such a nice guy. Oh, he helps out with the youth group. I was like, woman, get yourself together. You don't know these people from the man in the moon. Caymanians are so gullible. It is shocking. And like I said, sometimes the whiter the person is, y'all believe in Snow White fairy tales, the more y'all think that they're white and pristine, and you're willing to cry on my bloody phone for them and sending me all these messages about, oh, I must take it down. Nothing was coming down until y'all come off my phone. Caller?
Well, going to church might have been part of the cover.
Listen, our people are so stupid. Going to church don't mean nothing. Criminals go to church.
All the time. That's part of the cover.
Oh, my God. I just couldn't believe how people are going to bat for them.
Well.
And I have noticed, I must say, I haven't been in this business now reporting on crime. I have noticed that certain people get more of a defense. Like people come to like the guy who stole the stapler. You know, again, this little white guy from Canada, where the hell, oh, but Sandy, he must have needed to steal that stapler. Why you posted him up for? I'm like, really? Y'all need to come off my page. If it's the little kid from the bushes in Georgetown, y'all not defending him. If it's a Jamaican from the bushes in Kingston, y'all not defending him either. Normally speaking, you know what I'm saying? They just come up with these ridiculous theories of why this story should come down. So of course the story did not come down. Y'all need to go read it. I'm telling y'all to educate yourself because we have criminals in this jurisdiction. They come in all shapes, sizes, colors, jurisdictions.
From long time,
it doesn't matter.
Drop-off point for badness from overseas. Especially when we were the islands or just coming out of that status of the island at that time, forgot. They would be down by the bar and you could see all kind of thing on the 7 Mile Beach. Back in the holiday times, you could hear stories, all kinds of things. And we saw, yeah. I don't know how I love my people, do you know? I love her.
Well,
I love her.
yes, child. So he was indicted on multiple security fraud charges after an FBI and SEC investigation. I think he probably took a plea deal in the end. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened to him.
Well, after running out, no. You know, when you make it international for the United States, well, they don't want to hear nothing
Well,
else.
you know, people here were like, well, nobody else has reported on this, so why is CMR reporting it? His wife.
We want to be first. We want to be first. We want to be first.
Listen, keep listening to the story, Charlene, because this gets even better. Okay. His wife, and again, this is where I have to shake my head. Here's his beautiful wife. Wife of alleged fraudster says God works in mysterious ways, and the CMR article has gave her much needed community support. Lord Jesus. I don't make this stuff up. I just tell you all the cold hard truth. So she did a letter, right? And talking about how, oh, you know, the CMR article was such a horrible thing, but it's been a blessing in disguise because all of these amazing people in my church and otherwise, you know, came forward and have really, you know, come to my rescue. So she sent us a letter. Dear Cayman Mall Road, we have all heard the saying that God works in mysterious ways, whether religious or not. And this has been one of those times. Although I'm not condoning condemnation of your article on my husband, say what? Andrew McAlpine, I will say this. Your article spread all over North America and even the United Kingdom. Well, hallelujah. Go CMR. Woo! All over the world. Milo Tweedum. And then she continues. Through my demise of her situation and the saying, you know who your friends are, I've had an outpour from the community like I've never seen before. People that truly respect and care for both of us from the bottom of their hearts, and with heartfelt messages and food being dropped off by friends. Lord Jesus, really? Food? Enough to feed me for 3 weeks. Did you need to be fed for 3 weeks? Because your husband was stealing from people and was running some penny scamming thing into the millions of dollars. So you were really short on food, and your $1 million house in where the heck they were staying again? Grand Harbor, Crystal Harbor, one of them harbors. You were really hungry for food? My God. We actually have like real starving people here. And she talking about these people were so concerned about her that they stepped up to the plate and provided her with, you know, food for 3 weeks. I was like, really? Y'all need to do better. So she sent this long message, thanking us, but not really thanking us because she was upset when we posted it, about how God has been performing so many miracles that it has been keeping me afloat. Our hospitality and kindness and generosity has all come back twofold. So if your hospitality, generosity, and kindness has come back twofold, what happens when you scam and you steal from people? Does that come back twofold as well? I'm just curious. I'm just saying. She goes on to say, your article has touched those that have compassion and understanding for troubled times, whether guilty or not. Say what? Whether guilty or not? Honey child, you guilty of sin. Not her husband. But you see how we placate and play up to these criminals? Oh, it's just a white collar crime. What's the big deal? Whether guilty or not, she says. I see the glass half full. Good for you. While the rest of the world seems to be falling apart, we're comfortably going about our business, knowing that we are not risking our health or lives by simply going to a grocery store. Listen to me. All I can tell you is we printed the letter. Okay. This part is interesting. I once heard Marlon Brando say, are you friends with Marlon Brando? Or was this in a movie? Trouble comes knocking on everyone's door. And this time it is knocking on mine. Well, honey child, it's knocking on yours because your husband, who has been in trouble with the SEC before, yeah, decided to put you and your family in this predicament. So it come knocking to your door, that's your husband's fault, not nobody else. Take it out with your husband. We invite trouble into her life, then this is what happens. She goes on to say, our disappointments are God's appointments. Lord Jesus, I don't make this stuff up. I am not turning, what? I'm not trying to turn this into Bible study. Well, you kind of did already, but all right, go ahead. He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone. John 8:7. This is the foolishness that this woman sent us. And you know what? I just published it and just kept it moving, honey child. Talking about how her husband was chartering a plane, trying to get to see her ailing father. By the way, she didn't make any mention of the fact how he had some Rolex watches on him. And the authorities confiscated those as well. You see, that is why he wanted the airplane pilot to break the law and to keep his luggage for him, because he knew what was in the luggage. There were things of value in the suitcase. Rolex watches. And of course, when you owe the SEC money, they're going to get their money by hook or by crook. So they confiscated those watches, and I'm sure that has been put towards his actual monetary fine that he's had to pay. Let me go back now and see whatever happened to him. I'm trying to remember what the outcome of this was. Yeah. Andrew McAlpine. Let me just look him up on the CMR website. Y'all go Google it and you'll see. So he was convicted anyway. Let me see. What the final outcome of this fiasco was. Yeah. So this is the foolishness, folks. And he I'm trying to remember exactly what ended up happening to him in the end. Let me see here if I can find it. Anyway, he went down like a brick. And then, yeah, the wife was talking about the generosity and kindness of all the rich people in the Cayman Islands supporting this foolishness. Ay. I tell you. I'll try to find the outcome story, because I know it was 2020. So, right, he appeared in September in San Diego court after posting $1 million bond. So he was found guilty. He did a guilty plea. And then he was fined by SEMA. SEMA always seems to be a little bit late with these fines. But anyway, October of 2021, the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority finally got on the ball. And they imposed a discretionary administrative fine totaling $250,000 on his company's 7 Mile Securities pursuant to their sections. And again, he was involved in this penny stock fraud. He pleaded guilty on April of 2021, April 22nd, to securities fraud in the United States of America, entering a plea deal, change of plea, to a $6.6 million pump and dump scheme. Wow. Cayman come a day late and a dollar short, talking about he failed to comply with the legislative requirements. Really? Yeah. Okay, SEMA. Doubt they'll probably ever get that money from him, but we'll see. So entered a plea agreement. He was going to be sentenced in mid-January. I need to figure out what his sentencing was. I can't remember if we did a follow-up story. He's expected to go to jail, and he was going to pay restitution of at least $270,000. That's still coming off pretty easy for a $6.6 million scam. Shocking, folks, but we import a lot of people in this jurisdiction but we should not. Somebody says the police let Boxer escape out of jail just to kill him. Well, you're not going to get much sympathy from me. I'm not the one who's going to be sympathetic. The police set him up. Oh, well, that's how they roll in Jamaica. they like, okay, they're not going to get you the legal way because you're always managing to escape and doing stuff, whatever. How are they going to let you out of jail if you're not running? Somebody opened the gates of the jailhouse. I'm not going nowhere. I got to sit right down and say, I'm sitting right here waiting for my lawyer and my trial to begin. Somebody let you out. That mean you were willing to run. Any criminal in Jamaica already know. You run from the police and you get in a gunfight with them, the JDF, you're not likely to survive it. They're going to shoot you, your granny, your dog, the hamster, everything going down in a gun blaze, you know? Nothing going to be left. People are always sending me the shootout videos and stuff. And trust me, like I say, a JDF, they're not ramping with them. They're going to kill you. Okay? Because in those streets, it's killed or be killed. Yeah, so they're not business. You shooting at them, you're a criminal, they're going to deal with you. Even sometimes when you're not shooting at them. Remember the poor pregnant lady that they shot years ago? She was just cursing at the police and arguing with them. They shot her dead. That's not really the place that you get faced with the police. I tell you can try in Cayman, but not in Jamaica. Importation of criminals, left, right, and center. Let's talk about a few more that we have here. Okay. Right here in the Cayman Islands. Cayman women marrying these criminals. Hold on, honey child. Let me pull this one up for you. Yes. All right. I have reported so much on this man that I am sick and tired of reporting on him. But yet he's going to go on the website again here. I won't say today because I need to do this one myself. Not even poor Renee can deal with this one. His name is Garfield Rob. Perfect last name because this man would rob you blind if you let him. He is a criminal like I have not seen in a long time. I shouldn't say that because I've seen a few. Real little criminal. Up to last week, I had a man contact me talking about Miss Sandy. Boy, I tell you what, this man, this Garfield Rob, and I said, him again? I'm so sick and tired of calling this man name. Look at him. He supposedly runs a shutter business. Now I'm going to call out some people who need to be arrested along with him again, because the police now need to stop the people that are aiding and abetting and helping these criminals carry out their illegal activity. All right? This crook has crooked so many people in the Cayman Islands over and over again, claiming he's going to install your house shutters for you, and he has a particular MO, gets a big time deposit from you, and he does nothing with your deposit money, crooking you left, right, and center. All right? This dude has crooked doctors, lawyers, police, retired police officers. One guy took the stand. He's a retired officer, worked for the RCIPS for like 30-something years and got hoodwinked by Garfield Rob. Y'all need to make sure you recognize this man anywhere you see him. Because if he approaches you about installing shutters, call the police is what I would do. Because you're about to lose your hard-earned money again. This man is a crook. He must have about 12, 13 charges in court right now that he is awaiting sentencing on. And he is still out there crooking people every single day. He is not stopping. He is prolific. Unbelievable. He takes hard-earned money from good citizens, thousands upon thousands of dollars, and never install. You know what he'll do? When the pressure is on, you say, boy, I'm going to call my lawyer. I can go to the police. He'll come and drop off some old rusted up shutters that he pulled from some other job, put them on your front lawn, and put on one little hinge and tell you he soon come back. That's his MO. And then when the next person starts complaining, he'll come back, borrow those parts from you, take them and go install them at another house. This man is a crook. Straight up. And his wife now needs to be called out this morning because apparently she is assisting him, aiding and abetting him in his criminal activity. And the authorities need to go after this woman. Christina Robb, where are you this morning, woman? Because you have got to stop assisting your husband. Here's what she does. She's allowing him to use her Bank of Butterfield account. Yeah. This is unbelievable. But she going and blast along with him. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. She's an administrative assistant at where? Baker Tilly Cayman? Answering the phone, reception duties? Who's Baker Tilly's? Is that a bank? What do they do? Admin work? I don't know who the heck Baker Tilly's is, but y'all need to know that you have got a criminal. She's been working there for quite some time. Says 11 years and 6 months. She's a criminal. She's helping her husband defraud people, a leading firm of chartered accountants. Y'all better help this woman find some Jesus. Because she is part of the problem. So apparently her bank account, and yes, they're going to be called out here this morning. Her bank account is where he's now depositing the money. He's even lying to people about his name and the name of his business. People, wake up. Evelyn, she's saying, shaking my damn head. Yes, because Evelyn should know she's one of his victims too. And he's not stopping. It's ridiculous what's happening. So Christina Robb, apparently her last name, I don't know where she get this last name from. McGowan or something. There's not too many of them in Cayman. I guess that's her Cayman connections, her family. That's her Butterfield account. Anybody at Butterfield paying attention? Because if you're paying attention, you need to know that this woman is allowing illegal funds, proceeds of a criminal act, defrauding people, to go into her bank account. And y'all have got to stop her. I don't think she's the Cayman McGowans, but I could be wrong, and I got swear for that. But whoever she is, I see we got 3 mutual friends, Kenneth Bryan, and who else? 3 mutual friends, Kenneth and Desiree Rich and Stephanie Brooks. Y'all will do well to unfriend this Christina Robb on social media today. Morning, caller.
She's a Caymanian.
Oh, she's a Caymanian. Thank you. Thank you, because now I can put in context. Christina, you should be ashamed of yourself. As a Caymanian, you have an obligation to the people of the Cayman Islands to try to do the right thing. So on her bank account, she goes by Christina McGowan. Make sure I'll take the name down now. Let me spell it. There it is, Christina McGowan. Don't be fooled by her. Right? Butterfield. She is taking money from this man's business because he don't have no business account. When he couldn't get a business license in his name, Christina Robb was the one taking out the business license in the shutter company. She is assisting her husband in defrauding people in this community. And she's a Caymanian. I wish that there was a way to strip Caymanians of their Caymanianism, because this is not Cayman kind. She is a crook just like her husband. And the police should do something about her. She should be arrested along with him. How do you all sleep at night? You think $8,000, $4,000, $6,000 is easy money for people to come by? Claristina, do explain to me how you figure that your husband can continue. He's already in court and he can continue to defraud people. And that's okay? The only reason why this man is in court right now is because I reached out to the police commissioner and I said, listen to me, sir. With all due respect, you guys have got to stop telling people that this is a civil matter. How many people does he have to defraud before it becomes a criminal act? Huh? It's a criminal act. And the police commissioner said, I'm going to have my guys look into this. And sure enough, they charged him. So every time he see me, he give me the side eye. I'm not business with you. You can give me the side eye all you want, sir. You are a common thief. You are a criminal. And you need to be incarcerated and in jail because that is the only way that you're going to stop. You can imagine being in court for the exact same thing. And you're still out there defrauding people and carrying out, what? I cannot make this stuff up. Boy, I tell you. Here you know. These are some of the articles that we've written over the years about him. Been reporting on him for years. Yeah. Took the police years. The last time they took him to court, they end up, plea deal. Let him pay off the money to the people and just call it a day. Slackness of the DPP's office and the RCIPS. Hold on. There he is. Crook. Let's call the crook this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Garfield.
No, this is Mr. Peterson.
Mr. Peterson. Oh, Garfield, Rob no longer has this number then?
No.
Okay. I guess you must have got a lot of calls looking for him.
No, actually, this is the first one.
Oh, okay. All right. No problem. Thank you.
Right.
Let's try another number because these crooks, you don't know which numbers they got from these days. Let me see here now. Let's try this other one. I don't think he has this one anymore. But yeah, this foolishness needs to stop. Really and truly. Oops, hold on. That's the wrong number. Hold on. Yep, bunch of crooks. I bet you this one not working. Nope, that one not even ringing. Let's call the wife since she's such a crook. Hold on 1 second here now. Let's see. 9. What's her number? Hold on. 929. Do me a favor. Send me Garfield's number, please, on WhatsApp. Okay, hon. I want his latest victims now. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, morning, Miss Claristina. Miss Claristina?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is Sandra Hill from Cayman Mall Road.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You're live on radio, and we're trying to understand why you keep helping your husband defraud people with his shutter business. Hello? Oh, She hung up the phone. That's the only question we had for her. Why do you continue to help your husband defraud people? Here she is. There's her picture. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is a number. But didn't we just call this number and they cleaned it down on him? Oh, let's call it again. Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Garfield.
Wrong number.
Oh, okay. This is one of your latest victims. How long have you had this number for?
Sometimes Cable Wireless came out.
From time Cable Wireless came out?
Yeah, long time.
Okay, well, this is the number people got for Garfield Rob.
Garfield who?
Garfield Rob.
No, probably 927. It's 924.
Mm-hmm.
Try 927.
All right, thanks, dear.
Okay, then bye-bye.
Okay. Trying to see. I believe I should have some papers here with his latest crookery on it, the receipts and stuff like that. I soon find it. Don't worry. Anyway, folks, this is Claricina. This is what she looks like. So they say she's a Caymanian. Well, I'm ashamed that she could call herself a Caymanian and crooking people. Screen work. He uses multiple email addresses. This is where y'all need to be careful. No, it's 94. Oh, the last digit. Hold on. I see the error. Hold on now. 924. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. He not gonna answer this morning. Crook. Yeah. Oh, he calling back. Hold on. Good morning. Hello. Let's call him back. Probably cooking flow from credit too. Mm-hmm.
Morning, money changer.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, man, dirty money.
Mr. Garfield?
Yes, man.
Sandra Hill here.
Hey, what's up?
I'm still getting complaints about you with these people in shutters, you know.
No, sir.
What do you mean, no, sir?
Sandra.
Yeah.
Anybody will tell us that me take money from them again, what I let them tell.
They're telling
if
like
you call customer right now, I spent 100,000 on my pocket last year. My material coming to Cayman Island.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you.
100,000 I'm spending
and just for clarity, Garfield, you're live on radio, so I don't want you using any profanity, and I want you to. I want you to be able to tell your story now, right? Because I have in my hands some documentation here from Mr. Jerry, right? And others have come forward saying that you're going by different names. You're having the money be put in your wife's account at Butterfield. So he gave you, my apologies, a deposit of $4,900.
Yeah.
Where's the man shutters? This was since November.
Right. Listen up. Jerry gave me 4,000 back to the friend last year, right? Go ahead, go up here, install them. Your wife says she do not need a white, she need brands. He said, okay. We take them back off, bring them back. Then we add the brand fare and the other one in fare. About a month, material come in. We go ahead and install all of them. We owe him 4 roll-up shutters. I tell him that it is not a request now, so as when the request start, I'm gonna come there and get an install for him. I'm so busy. They call him every day, but Jerry, I soon come to you and install the 4 shut what I offer you.
Well,
But,
Mr. Jerry says that he has been chasing you since last year to
call
install
Jerry every
or
day and send
return.
him voicemail and live at me. Call Jerry, Mr. Jerry. May I come in second if you give me a couple more weeks. Up to years today, me call Jerry and tell Jerry, you know? Up to years today. Right now, there are Matthew are coming in right now from Florida right now. They reach about weekend, they reach again.
Right. So all the other cases, let me try and understand what you're saying, because Garfield, you have a prolific history, right? If this was a one-off situation, I might be in...
story now. This is my side story now. Yeah, right now.
No, I was saying if this was a one-off situation, I would be inclined to believe you. But this has been going on for years. You've been doing this to people, and your MO is the same every single time. You take people money and you're not installing. Okay, do you remember Garfield? One second. You remember the physician in Pasadena Place that you took the woman money and never installed the shutters? What was the excuse there?
Me install them.
No, you didn't. Because I sat there. I used to have a business in Pasadena Place. I saw one of your competitors have to come and install the shutters. And when I say, oh, what are you doing here? They say, he was already featured on CMR. This is a seam job. The man never put up a single shutter and taken thousands of dollars from people.
No, man. I don't want to lie on the radio. I installed them.
You don't want to lie on the radio?
No. You
sure?
But I was waiting on this curtain. And the man pulled them, but I said, why carry more? It take too long. So me feel take them off back. And he said take them off back and have in a warehouse as storage. So anytime we take back the money, I'm giving back them. So I said, okay. He said, we pay money by a lawyer firm. And I went to lawyer firm and I give lawyer firm half of the money back. And he said, well, we can half come, we can get my material back.
Garfield. What? Okay, you've been operating without a business license for years because nobody wants to do business with you. You can't even put the money in your own account. Again, because you're defrauding people. The police have you in court. How many charges do you have before the court right now?
The reason why I put the money in my account because I'm over First Caribbean $1 million. I never put money over First Caribbean.
Because you owe First Caribbean $1 million.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. So your wife is helping you. She's aiding and abetting you in criminal activity.
My wife not at all. Right? Me have an account now. My account as CNB now for my company now.
Oh, really? So this message to deposit, I have her bank account information right here. Be very, very careful what you're about to say to me now. To deposit this, the Bank of Butterfield, account number ending in 369, savings account for Claristina McGowan. The people depositing the money don't even know that that's your wife. They're just being told, oh, send this money to this Claristina McGowan person.
No, but Sandra, then get their work done. If you want to go to the account,
the man is about to jump on a plane, so he can't call in right now. But he is saying that you're a liar. Hold on, he wants to play the last message that you sent him because he said you're full of pure lies. Let's hear the last voice note. Hold on.
Tomorrow my last day here, so then I can come by you to get those shutters up. I know you're waiting for so long, but today and tomorrow is my last day here. We just finish putting the rest of corner posts and the mesh here, and they will free up after that. And then we can come by you, come start to install those roll-up shutter box.
So in this voice note, I don't know when that was sent.
Yesterday.
That was yesterday. So you're admitting that the man has been waiting long and that he hasn't had his stuff installed, and now you're talking about you've done the work already? Which one is it?
Miss, 8 shutter I order from 8. 4 for the gazebo. I do already 4 of them already. I installed 4 of them already, and I have 4 for install for the next gazebo when I got there. 4 short one. And I tell that I have an email, I have everything can put up, can send to you right now with what I pay over email everything. But I don't get a chance to go there as yet because I'm doing a big patio at South Sound.
I'm surprised that anybody in Cayman would still be using you given your track record.
Because people know somebody do work.
Because people know you're a criminal and a thief, Garfield.
Out of 10 people, 9 people
That is a lie. I sat in court and saw witness after witness after witness come forward with almost identical stories of how you were taking their deposit money, not doing the work. When the heat is on, you show up with one little piece of metal, throw it down on the floor, pretend like you're going to do something. Garfield, maybe you need professional help.
No. If you should go there and take a picture, that's where I take the court. I take picture of everyone.
Well, you haven't been convicted yet. When's your sentence? When is your verdict date? When you're supposed to find out your fate in court?
I'm not talking about that. My lawyer do that. I don't do that.
You're not dealing with that. Your lawyer dealing with it. Your lawyer know you're a crook too, you know. Your lawyer's a Jamaican. He got you figured out long time.
What do you mean? Well,
I'm just saying. I know your lawyer got common sense. He not believe in your foolishness.
Sandra, when you find a Rocco on
yes, you used to be one of my customers, and I'm still telling you that you're a crook. And regardless of that, you are a crook. You're a thief, and you must stop it. Some of those people, I'm telling you, you don't have any idea, Garfield. Listen, you know the guy who was a retired police officer. He said if he could get his hands on you, what he would do to you, you're going to get yourself in trouble. And your wife is part of your criminal enterprise helping you with this stuff.
Bruce Moore.
It don't make no difference who it is.
I take picture of everything I do there.
Everything. Oh, so you believe that you can win this case then?
You can't move me. I talk my case. Make it just do that. Make it just do that.
How many counts is it? 12, 13? How many? They dropped a few because you end up paying some people back.
Who?
How many counts you have right now before the court? Because you look like you don't want to talk about the court case.
No. I'm going to say 12 or 13, but I didn't lie. If you go on, listen, man, I tell the police on the same day, say, went to the people in property and take the picture and show them what I don't do. Right? Listen, if you check custom right now, I spent almost 100,000 in my pocket last year by material for the right here. Almost 100,000 one that we spent on custom last year. So that,
if you spending that kind of money, I don't know. Honestly.
And that was in my pocket.
It can't be out of your pocket because you not got no money. It is the money that you taking from people and not doing the job.
$100,000 spend on material.
Yes.
100,000.
That's because you keep taking money from people.
So if they want from people and buy material, what will be the material? Eat the material? No must see them work.
Garfield, can we ask you to please stop scamming people? Maybe you just not cut out.
If I did scam people, I would hide in away and answer my phone and go around people. No, every time
the people be trying to find you and can't find you.
How many can't find me? Sandra, that's a lie. My phone man never change. My line phone from 1989. 89? From what line? I mean, just come in. My line phone. My line phone from century. Man never change. Never change. If you check Lime, take down wireless, right? Ask them all of them phone number. Then what they say, this number never change. They never either phone call yet for none of my customer, and I would never do that. Never either phone call. Every time they call me night, day, they send me text me and send them back right away. Never.
Well, the people that are saying otherwise, sir.
No, man. Don't follow them. I mean, Sandra, if you should ever go by their house and look on the house and say, what?
Garfield?
Oh, you say the man's scammer. Oh, you say the man's scammer. So what is it for your house?
Garfield, it would not be me that you're scamming like this, you know. They would have done come and lick you upside the head with one of those pieces of metal for the shutters. Your behavior is ridiculous and you have got to stop.
That's a lie, Sandra.
It's no lie. It's the truth. And you need to accept the truth. What's the name? Okay, Garfield. What's the name of your business?
Screen and shutter installer.
What's it called?
Screen and shutter installer.
That's the name of the business. Screen and shutter installer. Yeah. Who has the business license?
The business. I mean, my wife.
She has the business license in her name.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You have a valid business license right now.
Yeah. Allow her to care.
Okay. So when I go now to the website to look this up, I'm gonna find.
You can find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got my receipt where I paid for last year. I don't remember what time last year I paid for my license. I don't remember.
All right. Which name does she have it under? The married name or this other name? Because she seems to be try to hide
I don't know, you
herself.
know. I'm not lying to you. I don't know, you know. I'm not lying to you. I don't know. I just pay for my license. I mean, and I don't even know.
So you paid for it, but you don't know.
Know.
All right, let me just. I can have you keep talking. Screen and shutter installer. So you still have that business license then. So the number you had on that before was a 927 number. What happened to that number?
I never have a 927 number yet.
You never had a 927 number?
My number was 917-1868 long time ago, and then we have 924-4707. That is a long time ago. And
right.
Then have this number.
So I have a photo looking at right now with screen and shutter installer business from the van you used to drive around defrauding people in, and it has 927. Hold on, 927-3515. You saying you never had that phone number?
No, sir. I know me.
That are you?
No, my number. My number 924.
Right, but people could take a picture of you standing outside this van, and this wasn't you. Are you sure, Garfield?
With 924?
927. You say you never had a 927 number?
Never. Never have a 927 number.
Wow.
Why would I lie? You can check cable and wireless.
Why would you lie?
I never have a 927 number. I never changed my number yet. I'm not hiding from nobody because everybody here know me. I'm not hiding from no one. I never hide from no one.
Your wife has a business license, Claristina E. Robb, trading as shutter and screen insulation, not installation.
Yeah.
What is installation? Screen insulation?
Yeah.
That's
screen portion, yeah.
That don't even make no name. That don't make no sense. Insulation or installation?
Yeah, installation.
Well, it says insulation on the website, so I don't know if you got that wrong or who.
Yeah.
Shutter and screen installation. I don't know if that's the government people typing that in wrong, but that's what it says.
Yeah.
Woodpecker Road, that's you?
No, me I was a Patrick Island. Me have two houses. Me was a Patrick Island. Me was a Parkway Drive.
So why does your wife have an address off of Woodpecker Road as the business license address?
Because you used to work from there.
So you don't bother to update your business license address so when people need to find you, they can find you?
No, you know, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you, no. I got a house in Patrick Island. Patrick Island.
So this Woodpecker Road address, you're still at that address? You have a house there still?
That where I work from, yeah, I work from there. And that where my first house from here was.
Was or still is?
Pardon?
Was or still is?
No, I work from there still. I got land there. I got land in the back there. So all of my stuff are there. All of my material, my stocks are there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. No, sir. I mean, my only question is, when are you going to stop? The police are on your case again.
I'm not lying to you. Jerry is just a liar and a wicked. I'm not lying to you. I have everything to prove that Jerry does do. I owe him 5 roll of shutters. And I go to your wife and show the wife everything. Say, miss, this is what I bought from them. She gave me the money the Monday and the Tuesday morning. I already paid my already out the material. I go to her to sit here. I'll let you change the color and me, boy, don't you nothing extra. This is what you're gonna get. This is what I'm gonna get. And she said, okay. And I go there, install everything. It was Christmas, you know. I said, Jerry, now come back to New Year's, you know. And he call me, say, Jerry, when hurricane season come, I'm ready for you again. He said, all right, but I don't want to keep on calling. I send Jerry a text. I send him voice note every day. Just me have proof. Just me have proof. You know, say me call him. Just me have proof. We're not gonna send that. They come from last week and talking. Say, Jerry, me have free up and poaching so on big poach. I cannot leave it. So as soon as the hurricane season gets started up, then I head back there.
You know, there are other people, not just Mr. Jerry, but there are other people who have come forward since you've been in court and say that you're continuing to do the same thing to them. So all these people lying on poor little you.
So how I do not know them? When they don't call me, or I do not know no one.
Call you?
Listen, I have one order.
You be evading people. The people stand in court and show evidence and give evidence that you were evading them. They were trying to call you and you're not answering you even tell them, oh, I'll meet you such and such a location to give you the money, to give you your money back. And then you don't even do that. You don't even show up.
Lie.
Everybody lying except for Garfield.
I never hide from nobody yet, Reggie. I do not hide from people. I don't hide my phone call. I do not hide from nobody phone call. Right?
Wow.
I have 2 jobs right now, 2 jobs right now. We are gonna finish up for a lady work at CNB and one more place. I got those 2 jobs to finish off, and the material is on the way now.
You get job at CNB?
No, I'm saying one lady work in CNB.
Oh, she works CNB, so she fooled too for using your services. Look like.
But they know me. I've been at work for them for a long time. They all know me.
So these people don't know that you're a proper crook. Then is what you're telling me.
I don't cook nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Sandra. Listen, I've been on for a long time. You see, me, Bill Cayman at BNS. You all have Cayman at school and those place.
You built Cayman. Wait, you built Cayman Bay?
All of the iron on the school and then thing there. Me, the one who do all of the iron work. The chili plant, everything, the theater, everything. Long time ago. When it came on, they just started to build out of ground.
This one person says, "Good morning, Sandy." He's lying. He still owe me money for backdoor shutter I never got. You know Miss Pat in Newlands? She asking for her backdoor shutter.
Miss Pat, Newlands.
Right. The list is so long of people that you've defrauded, you don't even know who the hell they are.
Miss Pat, backdoor shutters. I want to show inside Newlands from police guy. 1 shutters to install 1 backdoor. One police guy in Newlands. And when I done the work from the house, in telling me that he need a back door. So that's an addition.
Then who this one is. So
and I don't go there and do it right now.
Look like you getting properly confused. So how many houses you say you have? Because if you got all these houses, then you're talking about you owe the bank $1 million and you're trying to hide money. Maybe they need to know where all these properties are. They're in your name? Or whose name you're putting them in?
No, I can't discuss that. No, I'm not gonna say about that. No, not gonna say that.
Oh, you're not gonna say how the bank can find you then? So you're defrauding a bank as well as stealing from the common man.
No, that time I was with the bank. I already paid the bank everything. I was with the bank already. At that time I was with the bank. I don't with the bank no more now.
So November of last year, you owed the bank $1 million and you paid it all off.
All off. I get free right now. No bank at all right now.
Oh. So you're coming to $1 million to pay off the bank?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you find $4,900 to pay Mr. Jerry back?
Oh, can I pay him back and have the shutters already installed? I mean for him already.
Mr. Jerry said the shutter's not installed, and you just sent a voice note yesterday saying you soon come, and you know it's been a long time. So which is it?
Yes, I'm gonna pay him back and have the shutters. Sorry, I have the shutters for him already.
What do you mean?
Install already. No, we talk about it already. So yes, install them.
Install them or are they installed? Which is it?
Listen, from the first day I go there, I start to work there, and his wife come outside and take a picture of me. So my worker said to me, this look kind of scary. Why is she doing that? So I said, don't worry about them, man. I mean, some people stay. And we continue
your workers worried about somebody taking a picture of them? But they should know that would be normal for you on a job site, because people always having to take pictures of you, because when they have to find you, you can't be found. So your workers shouldn't find that strange.
So he come on to Christmas. So he go away and he come back in Christmas. He call me on Christmas Day. Say, the lady who transferred him from the airport said to him that who the instructor here, they say me. He said later, he said, mustn't give me no work because I was on CMR. So I said, but what have to do your work and do CMR? And from that day until now, he read in my soul. I said, Jerry, I have your shutters. I send the voice to him. I said, listen, Jerry, I have your shutters. I'm doing a screen porch right now. When I finish up it, I'm going to come to you and get the work done. I send voice note every day. I send voice note. That's why I said him. So what he's saying is not true. I have 4 shutters for him to install before the end of the month. That's why I told him. See? So when McCombie doesn't make sense.
I'm surprised that you can remember anybody's name because you have so many victims. Here's Miss Thalia says that's what he does. Been there, done that.
What that?
Thalia, that doesn't ring a bell?
Listen, I have so many customers, I don't remember.
You have so many customers that you've crooked. Is the
I
problem.
don't remember them.
Of course you can't remember them. You have Evelyn, you have Evelyn, you have Michelle. Those are just some of the ones that I'm aware of. There's a whole list, honey child.
Urban is the biggest crook by the road because nobody got there to buy this for more because you sell old cars and cook people.
Oh, Miss
That's how
Miss
do.
Irvin is the crook.
I mean, everybody know that right now. Everybody leave and start working him and his husband right now. Let me tell that. And not even fear house now because the husband tell me, he said, Garfield, it is not my wife house, it is my house. So you can come anytime you want, come and do anything you want to go there. So she don't have nothing. She in that fear house. Let me tell that. Danny tell me, say me can go by all the work anytime, come out anytime.
So everybody else, Garfield, is the problem. Everybody else is the crook but you. That sounds very suspect.
But I don't worry about them, man.
You don't worry about them?
No, we are millionaires. I worry about them.
You're a millionaire.
We have millions in Jamaica, millions of dollars. So I don't worry about them.
In Jamaican dollars or Cayman dollars?
Jamaica and Miami. Me have Jamaica and Miami.
Oh, all right.
So
well, I don't know why people have to be chasing you down for their money then if you're a millionaire.
We have 2 apartments in further rental right now. 2 apartments in further. So I don't worry about them. Then can't come. I don't have to work. If nobody give me no work, I'm still okay. I'm well okay.
Really?
I'm well. I set myself up from long time. I am well okay.
Okay.
Well okay.
So let me ask you another question then. Since you have so much money, your lawyer, Mr. Christopher Brady, is that a legal aid application?
Legal aid, no. My cash. Legal aid.
Oh, you're paying him cash?
I pay my lawyer cash.
Okay.
One my lawyer charge me, and not if I'm but I pay me right away. Let me tell that. Yeah. So I don't need no legal aid. Legal aid floor. I don't find nobody. I don't want to find nobody in Cayman Island. Sometimes my supply take long to send the material to me, but it come. Sometimes my supply take long. And if you go to customer, ask them, custom can give you all the receipt what I spent last year in my pocket. And my cash what I use and my material.
And where you get this cash from that you're using?
I'm not gonna discuss that, man.
Oh.
Me won't half a month could be, you know, bottom road, you know. Bottom road a month could be a month. Me from Mobby, you know. Me from flanker.
That doesn't mean anything to me. So what does that mean?
Now only for business a month could be.
Oh, okay.
A lot of smart.
So you come to Cayman rich then is what you're trying to tell me.
Listen, I was alright in Jamaica, you know. But the reason why I leave come to Cayman because the feds so comfortable, so I leave, don't come to Cayman.
Because of why did you come Cayman?
The feds, the FBI was after we in Jamaica, so they leave.
The feds were after you in Jamaica?
A lot of we.
Why?
So I leave and come here.
Why would the feds be after you?
Because we was rich. Then time back in the days, we was rich.
The feds after you because you're rich?
I used to want 2 nightclubs man to go there right topside Margareta Villa. The media wanted to win that.
And so the feds come after you because you're rich?
Yeah, because we got some white people involved now with too.
Because you're what?
We have some white people was working with us too.
Some white people? What does that have to do with anything?
No, they was working illegal. And them took a lot of lies, So you have to leave and say, no, what? Like it is not leave. So don't think I'm coming to Cayman, don't I will not come to Cayman. No.
But it sounds like you're telling me that you were a crook from before you even came here, you were a crook.
I wrote my honest money. I wasn't a crook.
Wow, that's to be seen.
So don't follow Jerry.
That's to be seen. So let me understand something here now. You're still married to Miss Claristine?
Yeah, my wife, yeah.
Oh, I see. Caller?
Yes, hello, morning.
Morning.
I just called with this call that you have on there now and I'm listening to it. Hello?
Yes.
I just calling to say if this young man claims that he owned half a monkey go be and he got millions of dollars down there and he was, out there with all of this money, can I ask him what he doing in Cayman? Because majority of the rich Jamaicans are looking at Cayman as a small country for come sit down and make people scandal and name though.
Let me ask him.
That he's hate.
All right, let's ask him. I think unfortunately I just hung up on him because I didn't realize that was a WhatsApp call. So hold on, let's see if we can get him back. We're gonna have to call him back. He might not answer this time, honey chill. Let's see now.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Garfield. So somebody had a question then. They say if you were rolling so big in Montego Bay, why are you here? You said you're running from the feds.
Run for no feds.
But that's what you just said. You said you were running from the FBI.
No, I have my business there, so I leave it there.
That's not what you just said, you know?
No, back in the days. That was from back in the days. I leave there because the feds was after us, so I leave it.
So you left it because the feds were after you.
I used to run 2 nightclubs, one in Montego Bay and one in Falmouth. Right? We are some white people, and they was investigate. You say, oh, we got so many money doing business. Right? Then time I bring down 3 pathfinder from Miami and 2 foreigners and some bike. And the feds them I say, oh, come we rolling. But it was not my money, it was the white people money. And it's money what they work for.
So you were laundering for the white people then, or what? What do you mean it's not your money? You just said you were the richest man. You just claimed that you were so rich?
I was laundering from them. It was their honest money, what they work.
Okay.
So
Garfield, really and truly, at some point, I think you need to come out of the shutter business. It doesn't seem to me that you really know what you're doing. So, you know, have you thought about, I mean, this is at least your second court case. Multiple people accusing you of the same thing over and over again. Have you thought maybe this business just not working out for me? All these people spoiling up my name all over the place?
Sandra.
Okay, here. Alexandra says if you can return the deposit for the people from Fountain Court. More victims, Fountain Court, more victims again. You know the clients from Fountain Court?
Not the same one I've been quote from under the work for. The same guy. I broke money one, the Indian guy money, man look in other money. I broke. You know, I have no money to pay me. That's why I'm trying to get somebody cheaper. Because you call my friend. And my friend tell the person, no, you want to go cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. It's the same Indian guy from Fountain Court. Look how long from 2005. Deposit for after Ivan, and they worked done a long time. It won't be money. Yeah.
You're saying the Fountain Court people owe you money?
What do you mean?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, caller. Morning.
Yeah, Sandra, take out that pull off of the phone. Because don't tell you something. Fish get caught by mouth, yeah? You know what say? Fish get caught by tail. All right? Yeah. Accidentally didn't get caught by tail. He might eat it. I don't know where I say. All my do a tie himself and I mess up himself. But remember, when I go back to court, boy, I don't think he'll come out, brother.
You're right, I would it.
It's all right. You don't want to know who this. A wife man attack you. Fish get caught by mouth.
Come talk before me face.
Fish get caught by mouth.
Come talk before me face from you today.
Where you there? We can't
right now.
Where you there now?
All right. You want me by
You don't want me to come where you there?
Don't come there. Me part. Yeah. Me da quit. Me I leave it right now. Where want meet me?
You don't want to meet him. I want to come where you there. Damn fool. Come off of the phone, idiot. Sorry, Sandra, good evening. Have a good day.
Yes, my dear child. What a heat. Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I'm listening.
Boy, Garfield, you have enough people calling wanting to find you and talk to you. You sure you've not been scamming people? Because
what do you call me? Why do
you mean? Hold on. Here's another one. Could they say you're not answering the phone? I no. You the one.
Hello?
Yes, caller. Morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
You sure that man on the line righted? You sure in a right mind?
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist still, but
Come on. It's as he's serious.
Yeah, he's serious.
That's all if it is people give out the people their money and doing that number that just tying up himself. He just tying up himself. He want to send himself to prison. He want to do everything that bad. Brother, come off of the phone and just give out the people their money and argument done. Jesus, please.
But I mean, Garfield, you claim that you have all this money, you have all this property. You paid off $1 million loan that you had to the bank. So surely returning the money really isn't the problem. You have the money according to you.
Oh my God.
Sandra?
Yes, sir.
Someone can.
I do not owe no one no money. Let me tell that. Why they don't call me on my phone? They're not talking to your crap.
So you want them to people tell all the lie, your brother. Brother, just say you don't get any job done in time, but they want back their money. So give them back their money and start making yourself. Yeah, already know, so you're stupid. Stop making people and find out you're more stupid than where you be, brother. Boy, I tell you, Miss Sandra, I tell you, say, sometimes I listen to your show, boy, I have to laugh, man. I say some people really wicked, you know. Can't work some people in the hot sun and I don't want to pay them, you know. It's dangerous, you know.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, you know. And take, especially some people when they work out some people. Sometimes I listen to the show and they work some people and then try to use them to then depend on permit. That's not good enough. I'm one thing I can tell you, I like how you deal with the thing, you know. If people say you might bias, you don't really no bias. After that, yardy, brady, everybody just tell it as it is. And I want big fans of you.
I appreciate it.
Every day, I have my headphone. I buy my headphone just to listen to you at daytime while I'm driving. Foot to foot and
yes.
Sometimes I live my foot.
You need to get one of those. You need to get one of those little radios then that we have given away. So you must.
Sometimes boss said to me, say, sometimes boss call me, said to me, say, Sanjay, I'm a listener. Sanjay, I'm a listener. Can't get my phone, you know. Sometimes I have to dodge the call. He say, where do you see me? He pass me on the road going up with material. He say, he call me and say, you know you? I know Sanjay, I listen to something, you know. But when you get the ticket, you can't go get Sanjay. We just laugh. I say, no, sir. Are you me now call?
Lord have mercy. Thanks, caller. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, just do you got to just defend the people, you don't know how things set. If you not somebody have to dare to defend the people, innit?
Thank you.
Then, cool.
All right, we have another caller in the line. Morning caller. What do you make of this situation this morning?
Sunday boy, you got your act together. A lot of governments could really learn from the way you're organized. I would like to ask Garfield, is he a masochist to be taking all that verbal abuse? Pay off the people. If he got $1 million, if he had $1 million, he wouldn't be coming to Cayman. How did he get his $1 million that he You know, I wonder if he goes to church. I guess he's one of them church goers that you know, oh, I go to church, so I can't be, you know. One of the biggest lies, my father told me, one of the biggest lies you could tell is not accepting responsibility or taking ownership of your problem. If you cause a problem, admit it. There's nothing wrong with admitting it.
Admit what? What I do? I do nothing wrong.
Wow.
Garfield, stop lying. My name is Dexter Banks, and my phone number is 916-0754. I'm not afraid to hide what I'm saying behind anonymous. Hey, the people, there's too much proof going on. There's too much proof going on. Sandy has a lot of, and how many more you want? You want her to dig up some more trouble, more problems for you? Be honest, man. Be honest. People like you should be deported. People like you should be deported back to Jamaica. If you got all that money, go back to Jamaica. We don't. I welcome everybody, and I always speak out about showing empathy to immigrants. Like people like you're giving the Cayman Islands a bad name, and you need to stop it. You need to be sent back. Your ass need to be sent back to.
I got my business in Jamaica, and I am who bring money.
Well, what the hell are you staying here for and taking all that abuse?
Yep.
You know, Garfield got a life, man. Stop ripping off people.
Them telling lie.
Stop ripping
all
off
of these people lie. But why
lying.
would all these people lie on you, Garfield? What would be the end game?
the work is already done. Like more than one door or one window, but that is, and that I'm talking about.
No. Garfield, come to that. You think Sandy would be on her radio telling people that you're a thief when she don't have proof? You got to be crazy, man. Just, you know, God made the dark, but He didn't like it. That's why He made light. And don't go. It's Garfield. Don't go to church.
No. I'm not going to church.
Well, that's one less devil in there. Well, that's one less devil in church. Thank God. At least you're honest about that part. Oh my gosh, we have another caller on the line. Caller.
Okay.
Thanks, honey. What's your take on all this?
I don't go to church. I work with the devil.
Yes. Well, at least you're honest about that part. We can accept that then. Miss Olive. Good morning.
Hi, Miss Sandy. Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. We got other calls on the line, so make your comment.
I'm gonna talk very nice because I don't want to get you upset. But as they come to an agreement where the meeting spot will be.
Oh, because everybody wants to come and see this. Yes, everybody say they want to come.
I'm also putting out a plea because my car is down. I'm asking if Alejandro could pick me up in West Bay.
Okay. You need a ride. So Garfield, you say you and that man are going to meet up. Garfield, where's the meetup spot? Because people want to see how this can go. People say they want front row and center. One woman says she's actually going to be calling in late to work because she wants to be there. Wait there. So since you said a man can meet you, wait there. So we can all come and watch how this can go down. Caller, turn the radio down for me, please. All right, Miss Olive, appreciate it.
Okay, man.
All right, we have a few other people trying to call in. No, sir. Let me see now this next one. Yes, good morning, caller.
Good morning. But first of all, thank you very much. And secondly, I am actually listening to your comedy show here. But on a serious note, I would like to say to those Jamaicans who called in and called this man out. And to the other listeners, this is a fine example of not frying everybody in one person's back. I don't know this man, and clearly from his reputation, he wouldn't have gotten a dime of my money, so I wouldn't have to call the taxi to help me to get it back. So a word of advice there is when you're hiring people, regardless of what you're hiring them for, try to look for reputable names, get references. And if you've heard a story about the person, then make that be a warning. But anyway, most of all, what I wanted to say is I really admire the other Jamaicans who called in and said to this man, you're wrong or whatever. You know, haul him over the coals because remember their reputations are on the line as well. And here in Cayman, it don't take much to do that to a Jamaican. And these are, as my father used to refer to them, and he had every right to say it because he came from Jamaica. He referred to them as this new breed. Okay? He warned us about them. They're the kind you don't want to get involved with, this new breed. So I think Garfield falls into that category. And if I were Garfield, I would stop talking, honestly. He said he has a lawyer. I'm sure his lawyer told him that too. Stop talking. He needs to stop talking because he could have to answer to a lot of things he said on your show this morning. And if the courts were dealing with him in the right way, based on the charges, they would have put a lien on his properties already and liquidate them and pay the people back. And if he is being brought up on charges for these very things, why didn't the court then stop him from operating this very same business? So I think he's been encouraged to carry on with what he's doing because It's not ready to beat.
We have another caller as well on the line, but some very good points, caller. Appreciate it. Morning, caller. Okay. Sir.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, that guy Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's saying some things that I think he need to, as what the lady said for early on, he need to shut up. He need to shut up because he's saying things that are unnecessary, and these are the things that most of these Jamaicans, I'm a Jamaican, but it's the fact. Most of these Jamaicans, especially Jamaican with papers, they're doing some ridiculous things out here in the streets that people don't really know about. A lot of employers, a lot of them. And because they feel that they are the one that have the papers, they can deal people a lot of way. And that's that in Jamaica he was rich. You were rich in Jamaica, you come Cayman, you started a new life.
Yeah.
Why is it that the same habit or same style you have in Jamaica, you come Cayman with? And let people
in Jamaica, you say you're Jamaican. You know in Jamaica he couldn't go on like this. Somebody would have done deal with him a long time.
That's the thing. That's where I'm getting, Sanja. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. Most of these employers, most of these people in Cayman, these Jamaican, I would like them to just go back to Jamaica for even just for visit and do some of these things they're doing here.
Yeah.
And trust me, those guys down there waiting. They're waiting for them. That's why you see most of them, they're here and they can't go back home. Not even for Christmas, them can't go home.
True.
Them can't go home. Even them who want to pick me want to kill them. Because to all them thief, them scammer, even them one child. Yeah. You come in here and to better off your life and expect that even your own family going to help you. Your own family is scamming you. You understand?
Yeah.
And as what the guy said earlier on, I think you should do more of this because there are a lot of them in the street. A lot of them. And who feels it can talk. You understand? It's who feels it can talk.
Yes.
A lot of employers out there, they're robbing people. They're robbing people, trust me. I see people out there getting like, employer paying people like $150 a week to work. Come on. Come on.
Wow.
These people, man, trust me. And it's like, you don't have the help. So it's like it's only you alone can help them. Because you are the only one coming out and speaking out.
Very sad.
You understand? You can't go to an ex-employer and complain because the next employer is the same thing. You understand? So I think people like Garfield, they should show up more. Show them up, Sandra. Show them up. Yeah, man. That's what I have to say.
All right, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, folks. You can feel free to call on the WhatsApp. Garfield, I don't hear nobody defending you. In fact, one person called in who was one of your in-laws, and they said that you're an embarrassment to them because they know you're crooked. Garfield?
Listen. Yeah, man, listen.
Yeah, man. Even your in-laws not defending you? They say they know you're crooked?
Talk what they want.
They can talk too. Why don't you have the business in your name?
I'm doing that right now. This week, I mean, I already started the agency. I've already thing of putting this week.
So for years it hasn't been in your name. Why? Why are you gonna put it in your name now? Why wasn't it in your name before?
Involved in nothing.
Because of what? Sorry.
I do not want nobody to my wife.
But your wife been at this for years. The license has been in her name. So if she didn't want to get mixed up into it, why would she ever put a license in her name, knowing what you have been up to? And why is she allowing you to put money into her bank account? I'm telling you right now, Butterfield don't normally rump at people. You know, they need to shut down that bank account. Butterfield managers, y'all listening? The woman is helping him launder money, criminal proceeds.
I got my own account at a different bank right now.
So why you was putting it in your wife's account?
Yeah, I stopped that now.
Oh, you stop it now?
Money going to my account now.
Right. So Butterfield can shut down her account then because she was putting money in there that she knew. Your wife already know that you're in court for the same thing, and she's gonna allow people to put money into your bank account. She's part of the problem. She needs to be arrested along with you.
No, because most of the people do not pay cash, now check them pay online. That's people pay online.
So what? If you can't get a business account set up, then you have to ask the people to get a draft for you. You don't put it in somebody else's account like what you've been doing. You don't have a business license in somebody else's account when you can't get none. And that's been the case for years. You remember Michelle? Remember when you crook Michelle Aubert? And if it wasn't for me calling you, Michelle would not have gotten her money back. At some point, Garfield, you have got to stop this foolishness. Your luck got soon run out. You getting ready for jail? Whether she my cousin or not, you still crook her. You crook my sister too. You know how many people I know that you have crooked?
When Michelle called me, I was in Miami, When Michelle
Lord have mercy. Sir, Michelle was calling you for forever. She went to DCI and complained against you.
I was in Miami when Michelle called me,
Sir, your memory is really something else. Caller, we have another caller in the line. Caller, what's your comment or feelings about this?
Morning, Sandy.
Morning.
This dude is nothing more than a scammer, providing lip service, just telling people, talking his crap. And again, I will say, people like him or anyone else, married to a Caymanian or not, if you've got status and you're not from this country, revoke the status, revoke the work permit, revoke the residency, and send their sorry asses off this island.
Couldn't agree with you more.
This guy is full of crap. And people need to find him and get their money.
Because you won't pay your work on them because you get exposed as yet. You
a scammer. You a liar. You provide lip service. You're a manipulator. You're low life. You're dirt. You're dirt. Have a good day, Sandy. Let him run his mouth.
Boy. So you calling other people a crook, Garfield? That is rich, you know. That is very rich coming from you. Come on now.
No. You work no one come talk about it. You never ever work for 1 month yet.
Another caller. Good morning.
Sandy, good morning. Maybe somebody have to come in from both can deal with Garfield.
Lord have mercy. We don't want to encourage that kind of thing, but
my God.
Yes, my love. We don't want to encourage that, but I mean, Garfield, you're a very lucky man that somebody not boxed you down for their money yet. In fact, I mean, one man sat in court and took the stand and say he was going to box you down, but he decided to kind of try and keep his cool. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you put your head down at night. Nobody can box you down.
I know you're fine. When I preach about this because I don't go there. I don't about this long time. So I not
I mean, since you're a millionaire back in Jamaica, I mean, I think you could leave with your wife and you're probably not going to really be missed here in the Cayman Islands. So why don't you and your wife go back to Jamaica? She could go with you. Have you thought about that as an option? Huh?
Sandra,
yes, sir.
I don't have to work here in Cayman.
But if you don't have to work, then why you keep scamming people?
I don't have to work. I don't fully straw. I got money coming every month. I don't have to work.
You have money coming every month and you don't have to work. Yet you just claim that you owe the bank $1 million.
Pay off the bank cash.
Yeah, but if you don't have to work and you're rolling in so much money from overseas, how you ever get in a position where you owe the bank even $1, much less $1 million? Your story not really adding up, you know.
No, because I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it, but you're the one telling us the story?
Morning, Sandra.
Yes, morning, my dear.
I'm a bus driver. Tell that gentleman, listen, stop embarrassing Jamaican. Yeah. Tell him, come on by your own and quit. Stop embarrassing Jamaican, man.
One second, caller. Yes, 1 second. So, you heard the caller, Garfield, saying that you're an embarrassment to Jamaicans. We have another caller here. Morning, sir.
Morning, I'm pro-Jamaican, love Cayman Island as well. But I tell you, say, me shame my Jamaica, you know, brother. I can't take it. I can't believe this much idiot come out of Jamaica. Idiot again. Garfield, please step in there. Cause I tell you the honest truth. If I mean like you would say you got so much money. But you don't go back. You know, sometimes that Jamaica you relax and take some cool breeze. Eh? Right. You could have got money and talk about me how can I scam people and make people go send you to prison over their money or kill you over their money. You know, go back home and go relax, man. Come on for the people and phone and go give back the people and their money. It's a disgrace to Jamaica.
Wow. Somebody else, Garfield. Thanks, honey. I appreciate it. They said to ask you about the poor fisherman with the shutters, why he hasn't gone and finished installing that one. I mean, you come like you can't finish no job.
I got 2 windows for a fisherman. Two bathroom windows.
Why you don't finish the job? Why don't you finish the job?
Because I'm waiting on this one. I'm waiting on another order coming from Miami now with the starter with the inches. That's the reason why.
But you just claimed that you ordered hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment.
For the first day pay me, I have a mattress right away and I put up every window. Just 2 in the leave and 2 bathroom windows. Yeah, 2. You can go there, take a picture and look at it. 2 windows.
Every single case, the people they have a half complete job. You ordered the material, you this and that. I mean, I find it astonishing that all these people are gonna be lying on you, Garfield. All these people got Garfield naming them out for no reason.
The material come from Miami, you know. I'm gonna tell you now. It takes long to come.
Somebody wondering if you have dementia. Like maybe that's the problem. You can't remember what jobs you're doing.
Like 2 windows. That's all like 10 or 15 windows. We can't 2 windows. That's all a big amount of material. So that's the problem. So if I was somebody 2 windows, I just wait until another job I order everything in one.
Boy, you really, I mean, Garfield, come on now. Oh, no, sir. Another caller. Morning, caller. Hello? Hello, you're on the line.
Morning.
Yes, morning, sir.
Yeah, I listen to the conversation. You see, what do these foreigners, these foreign workers, they mess themselves up through the same kind of thing. Some of them is calling saying, well, they're letting Jamaicans down and stuff, but they can be the same ones that go and undercut the Caymanian when he doing a job. They can stick together. Don't care what they might be. They might be giving them hell now because he want money and stuff. But I guarantee you, if they got choose between them and Caymanians to go work with, they can go back and work with their own people. That's all I say. And so it's too bad in the Caymanians we got along not to take the cheapest person all the time. And I don't know none of this man's business how cheap he is or anything, or what quality work he does or anything, or if he's the only one in the business or whatever. But
he used to work for Hides and Sons, and what I understand is the people at Hides and Sons are actually referring him, and this is Hides and Sons should really check into which one of their workers there is taking money from them and referring Garfield instead, because Garfield not up to the job.
Yeah, you see, well, Planet Art is going on too. So the same Caymanian companies shooting themselves in the foot after a while, because the people that they bring in on permits and stuff, they get wings, you see, after a while. And after a while now they won't fly out and go on their own. And they undercut the same people, the same boss people and all that kind of stuff. So all that is what going on. So I feel bad for the people that they rob.
Of course.
That he robbed or whatever, but I mean still,
like I said, that last name really starting to fit Garfield Rob. Garfield
realize that this is the making of their own hands that they do. They stick to one another in the good and the bad. That's the problem with them. You hear them calling talk about let Jamaica down. I guarantee you, tomorrow if they had to choose between the Jamaican and the Caymanian, they go in with the Jamaican. All right, caller. Thanks very much.
Garfield, somebody has a question for you. This just came in on WhatsApp. They said someone from Jamaica is listening to the program, said to ask him if he was a murder suspect in Jamaica when he tip off police and leave the country. And when last have you been to Jamaica? Are you a murder suspect in Jamaica?
I'm not commenting on that.
You're not commenting on that?
No.
Rotted. When last you been in Jamaica?
About 2 months now, 3 months now.
2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Sounds almost like you couldn't go. You sure 2 or 3 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So you won't comment on whether or not you're a murder suspect in Jamaica? That sounds like a very, very interesting case.
Enough thing at Jamaica, me what them know what I want a lot of business in Jamaica.
Wow.
I want a business from Flanker. Now I would. All the places I got business there. Bottom Road. I am sure I got business all around Jamaica. I used to have shares in Blue Diamond Shopping Center back in Jamaica back in the days, but I sell my share a long time. The biggest shopping plaza in Montego Bay.
Well, Garfield, I wish you could get your act together, but I think the next reporting on you will be an arrest again, because now the police are investigating these latest cases. I think anyone who's listening to the program, if you've been taken advantage of by Garfield, the man that can give you your money back, you need to contact the Financial Crime Unit. I will give you guys the number now and the contact details for the investigative officer who will be
Because no one not gonna come for because I don't know nothing. Just Jerry alone, I owe 4 windows. That's it. So no one gonna say we're not at all. I mean, no additional work. I just owe Jerry Wood. I owe him 4 roll-up shuttles to go on the Jazzy, but I already finished 4. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. I already finished 5 already, and I have to put up 4 more on the next part of the building and the Jazzy. That's one good person I owe, and I have 1 client at CMB and another client in town. The party will coming in this weekend on the boat, and they're going to install. From last year, we're saying that origin season are gonna get it free origin season. I said, okay, that's fine. I come with 2 clients that are right now who I owe shuttles. 2. Jerry Wood, he gets 4 shuttles, and the lady in West Bay Road,
morning. 1 second, Garfield. Morning, caller.
Good morning, Miss Sandra.
Morning.
Garfield.
Yeah, listen there.
This is your sister-in-law, Genia. Good morning. Garfield. I'm pleading with you this morning. Please. Please. Do the right thing for me, Bobo. Please. Do the right thing for not only yourself, but for us as a family too, Garfield. Please, I'm begging you. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, Bridget, one thing you have to understand and realize, this is a trickle effect shit that we're talking about. You understand me, bro? People not only going to come at you or blame you, they're blaming us as well, Garfield. Please, I'm asking you, do the right thing. End this conversation now, Garfield. Please. End this conversation now, please. Okay? I love you, bro. I love you. Get it together. Get it together, bro. Please.
So, Garfield, you have to be very, very careful the things that you say on live radio, because somebody asks you if you're not a murder suspect in Jamaica. And you claim, hold on, Garfield. One second. You said you didn't want to answer that. You might be well not to answer it. However, someone else has actually said now that you can't travel to Jamaica. And this story about you been there 2-3 months ago is a bold-faced lie. You not been to Jamaica in years. You sure that you just went to Jamaica? Unless you're sneaking in on those illegal boats. You not been to Jamaica in over 10 years. Garfield, getting on the radio and telling a lie when a lot of people are listening to you, you should really think about that.
You go Jamaica regular.
You go Jamaica regular. Are you going under your own name?
Hello?
Because you not been to Jamaica in over 10 years. Yes, caller. Morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. It's me again. Garfield.
Yeah.
Garfield. You need to be wise. If you're a businessman, you're a businessman. All right? I don't know you. Let me see your face. Garfield. Remember, just like all the person calling from Jamaica and said something a while ago. Remember, right now, police are dealing. You're a Garfield really near my
Sir, I'm not calling from Jamaica. I'm calling from the Cayman Islands.
No. Somebody else had made a comment. Saying that he's involved in he's a wanted murder suspect in Jamaica.
You really in Garfield or you change your name? You change your name? Huh?
No comment on that, boss.
You're not comment on that. Remember, be careful. Mind you can't come out of courthouse this time when you come out. Mind you say police squad come look for you. And RCIP I'll pick you up. All right? Remember me telling.
Yeah.
You just give it everything. You give it
everything. And listen, Garfield, I mean, I think you're really taking people for a fool because with your court case, the police never take your bail conditions, not your passport and stuff taken. So how you traveling to Jamaica 2-3 months ago? You remember saying that you're in court and I've been there listening to your court case and sitting there listening to you? You got your passport back, you say? So the police don't have a stop order, the court don't have a stop order in place for you to not be able to travel outside the jurisdiction?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? But you claim say you were in Jamaica 2-3 months ago. Are you sure you were in Jamaica 2-3 months ago? No, sir.
I read the clone.
All right, Miss, we're gonna grab another call. We do have some other callers, I think, trying to call the program. What a hot mess. Boy, Garfield, one mix-up situation here. Good morning, caller. Hello, caller. Hello. All right. Garfield, may not know what to say. This is one hot situation, but I do know that you've not been honest with us here this morning. And, I'm trying to encourage you to do the right thing, but it seems like you don't see anything wrong with what it is that you're doing.
All right. Tomorrow do wrong. All right. Sandra, if you pay me for do 8 windows and I come here and I complete 4 and I say, all right, I got 4 more for you. As soon as the hurricane season starts, I'm going to come back there and get those 4 doors. So give me some time. I'm going to work on that. And I call you, I send a message, everything. Right?
Lord have mercy.
A scammer is hiding from people. I'm not hiding from no one. Anybody can answer my phone. I never changed my phone number yet. Never changed my phone number yet. My phone number is here. You can ask Steve and Wireless Digicel if I ever change have a number there. I never have a number at Digicel. I just have one phone number. Lime. Steve and Wireless. That's my phone number from God know when. I change my number. No, I do not change my number and I do from no one, from nobody. Every time Jerry would call me, he get me. I said, Jerry, can I make it? Give me some more time. I just gotta finish up the job and do it, and I come to you. Right? Jerry know that. I already explained Jerry a million times.
We have another caller in the line. Caller, good morning.
Morning. As I listened to this talk show, I got more and more infuriated with this disgusting, vile piece of flesh. In case nobody don't want to tell him, I'm telling him the disgusting, vile piece of flesh. And I sent out a message to someone to confirm that you were in fact also scamming senior citizens. Senior citizens. Or like you, 2 things should happen. A high grade commercial wood chipper or cement blocks on your foot at the Cayman Trench. That's all should be done with you. The likes of you and your kind should never see the face of this country. But it's going to be your kind that's going to take care of you. You're a disgusting, vile piece of flesh. To know that you would rip off senior citizens, you have nothing about you. You're disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be more than ashamed of yourself. You should go hang from a tree. Disgusting animal.
Garfield, which senior citizens you doing this to?
I don't know. I must call me. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Wow.
Okay, that's Come on. I don't know nothing about that.
Wow.
Which one that?
I don't know. I mean, you got such a long list of people that I don't know which one it is.
So why they won't call me? See, that's I'm coming.
Unbelievable. You don't feel bad for these people. You don't understand how hard. I mean, I know you're a millionaire and you living large and whatever, but you don't feel that what you're doing to people is really impacting their lives. $5,000, $6,000. Some people give you $8,000. That's a lot of money for people. You don't feel any kind of way about it? Senior citizens, that could be their little savings that they're giving you. You don't feel that that's wrong?
Who is the person? Tell me who is the person? People can't call it.
But Mr. Garfield, the list is so long.
That was from last 2 years.
It don't make no difference whether it was last year or the year before.
That was from last year. I owe to somebody short a year and they coming in now and it's Jerry Wood and the girl and nobody else. I don't want nothing. Two persons, Jerry Wood and a girl and it is coming in now. People can't see Wood married on as a yes, I'm a shipment coming in right now on the boat. That order. Nobody else can say I was nothing at all. Two persons. Jerry Wood, I was 4 window. We go fill up on the gazebo and then lady two more windows for our place. The fisherman has 2 bathroom windows. That will go up. That's all leave. Nobody else can say in a 2023, 21, 21 or nothing. No.
I even ran into a guy a few months back at the grocery store. Work for government. I almost want to say that he's police, but I can't be 100% sure. I can't remember all the details now, but he said again, he's a victim as well. I mean, the list is just so long. And like I said, it's growing by the minute.
Fucking lie, man. These people get me, man. I mean, come on, man. If I owe you something, man, why don't you phone and call me? Come on, man.
Caller, we have another call on the line. Good morning, caller.
I had to call back. You got me so disgusted I had to hang up. But rather, because it is apparent that there seems to be a lack of shutter installers or shutter people. But I'm calling to let people know that there isn't, nobody should ever do business with you again. You should never eat in this country again. Off the back.
He claimed he don't know nothing but no senior citizens.
Yeah, lying bastard. You're a lying bastard. Just like how you're not ripped off nobody else, getting on the radio and talking crap about if you got 8 windows and you put in 4, give you time. You don't give people time pay though. You don't give people time pay. You're crooked. Let me tell you something. Like I said, you need a high-grade commercial wood chipper for your backside. But more importantly, I want to let the whole listening public know that there are alternatives. I'm going to list here a number. Mr. Minroy Hyde. He owns Rescreen. He is an honest, upfront, very good businessman. Call him for all of your shutter and screen needs. They're affordable. 922-7328. Minroy Hyde, Rescreen. The man has a trade and business license, operating above ground, not like this scum. It's a shame that we would even put you in our prison. You're not even good enough for that. You animal.
All right, caller. Wow. Garfield. Yes, we have another caller. Morning, caller.
Yeah, listening to all of this, I almost feeling sorry for him.
Why?
But listen, no. I mean, sorry that he can't get himself out of this. Not in the sense feeling sorry for what I mean, like he just don't even know how to get himself out of the mess. But also, can you imagine what his former employer, like the people like Hides and them, went through? If he's out there doing this, can you imagine? I don't know, but can you imagine how he probably ripped them off? But there is an old saying, what goes around comes around. So he getting his medicine now. That's all I can say.
All right, another caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yes, Andrew, calling back. This, I can't even call him a gentleman because he's not a gentleman, but his own sister-in-law calls online and pleads with him, begs with him to do the right thing,
stop the conversation, and the donkey continues. The donkey continues running at the mouth.
Use the donkey. I know
Everybody in Cayman needs to spread the word about this individual. Everybody in Cayman needs to tell, all your listeners need to tell their friends, and their friends need to tell their friends, and wipe this guy off of the map as far as doing business in Cayman. No more. No more.
That now put food on my table so we can go.
And a millionaire does not speak like he speaks. He speaks like an ignorant ass. The donkey that he, a donkey. Put him out the pasture. Have a nice day.
All right. Garfield, we have another person here who sent in this comment. I'd like for you to hear this one. Miss Sandra, do not reveal my name, but he's saying where in Montego Bay he's from. Now I know who he is, and he's dealing with the white stuff. He cannot go back to Jamaica. That's the reason why he had to run from there. If he go to Jamaica, he has to go to Jamaica disguising himself. Miss Sandra, find out from him if this business is in his name that he have in Jamaica. He need to come off the phone before he has people looking for him or coming to Cayman looking for him, including the Jamaican police. Would the Jamaican police have any reason to be looking for you, Garfield?
Who?
The Jamaican police, they have a reason to be looking for you?
No.
Sorry?
No, ma'am.
No?
Why are you looking for me?
Oh, okay. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, just out of curiosity, I mean, you've been married to Miss Claristina for a minute now. How long have you had your status?
You know, I'm from Flanker, so why would I look for me?
Sorry?
All of the police, they know me from Flanker, and some police up here, so they know me too.
They
know me because they was police in Jamaica, and they know my friend. Was police and was in Jamaica, so I know none of them too. I know me. So I'm not hiding from nobody. They know me from a long time. A lot of police up here know me from Jamaica, and I know them too.
But you claim that you can go back to Jamaica anytime, and yet
I go to Jamaica anytime.
Yeah, I mean, you said you were there 2-3 months ago, and yet we know the police have because of the court order, has a stop order in place where you can't travel. So I'm confused by what you're doing.
I go straight back to Flanker where I'm from. Straight back there I'm back here.
You know a client by the name of Miss Jenny Manderson? She's a senior citizen too. I believe that France Madison, mame. I hear you ripped her off as well. Is there anybody you wouldn't rip off? Like if I call you now to say, come to my house, you know me, right? You would come to my house and do the same foolishness to me?
You sure it is me talking about? You sure it is me?
Boy,
why would
you must think people fool.
Why on earth? Why would I rip off Frank Madison, an old lady?
Yeah, I don't know if you don't know who she is. I don't know if you didn't know who she was.
Why would I do that? Why?
I mean, I can't. Well, I mean, that is a debatable question. Your level of intelligence, whether you're stupid or not, is very debatable this morning, because you've said a lot of things on this program that to me have demonstrated that you are very stupid. Actually, you might not think so, but I've never met a stupid man that thought he was stupid yet. They all think they're brilliant.
You sure it is me talking about? You sure? What kind of work I do for that lady and other people? What I work for her?
All right. Well, I don't think the conversation with you is going to go any further. You're never going to admit to any wrongdoing. You're in the right. I have to get to work because I'm not a millionaire. I have to go earn an honest day's living and can't be crooking people. So I've got to get to work now. So Garfield Rob, did you when you change your name, did you purposely pick the last name Rob because that's what you were doing to people, or what? Where you get that name from?
I don't change my name.
You didn't change your name? You wouldn't answer the question earlier though.
I don't change my name.
All right.
I don't from nobody, Sandra. I'm in the yellow pages. I mean everywhere. where would I hide from people? They my same phone number. Where would I hide from people? Tell me something.
Wow.
People think you lie. People think you lie. I would throw somebody that is Jerry Wood under a person there.
When did you come to Cayman? How long you been here?
I come to Cayman from 1989. No, sorry. 83, 84.
All right. Garfield, I can only wish you, well, let me not lie. I'm not going to wish you any more luck because your MO is a dishonest one. So luck for you would be hoodwinking more people. So I cannot wish that kind of luck on you. I really wish that you would have a change of character and you would see the error of your ways. I'm not going to hold my breath, however, because it appears to me that appears to be impossible for you to do. So, you know, if you get convicted, of course, we'll be reporting on it. If you go to jail, you know, CMR will report on it. Don't feel no kind of way about that. And I really, really hope that your wife stops aiding and abetting your behavior. One final call of the day. Morning caller.
Morning, Sandra. How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Okay. Garfield.
Yo.
Brethren, do me a favor. Cayman Black macaroni and cheese is $3.59.
Yeah.
In Grand Cayman, it's $1.20, I think. Buy some of them, come Cayman Black and sell macaroni and give up the shutters. Take care, Bubba.
Lord Jesus. The man said you could make some money selling macaroni and cheese as opposed to the shutter business. One more caller. Caller, morning.
Yeah, Sandra, I have to call again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I called the right time as what you're saying.
Yes.
You hope that it changes. To me, the only thing that right now that can help Garfield is prayer.
Yeah. Not even to that.
People like these, trust me. I don't think nothing that can change them. All the prayer, all the God. You understand? Because hold on, Mr. Garfield, because I'm not saying this like I'm sorry for you, because if you leave it to the left side of my brain, you will be a dead man. Because I have one good side and one bad side. The right side is the good side, but left side is the bad side. But I see your sister-in-law call and beg you to stop talk. And remember, brother, it's a family. She pleading for your family. And you don't have no sympathy in your family, brother. You're still here talking, saying things you must not say. That means you don't respect your family. Come on, brother.
These people are telling me, right? These people are telling
they're telling lie on you. But at the end of the day, you're saying things that you must not say. Right now, it's not impossible if the police are investigating you right now because of things you're saying.
I mean, they can do what they want to do when they're going to find.
Listen, Barrel make the most nice. So that's the reason why people believe that you're telling lie, because you're talking too many bullshit. None of your stuff them can't add up. Sometimes it's best if you relax and don't say anything, even when you are guilty, even when you are not guilty. You understand?
Garfield, I have one more question that has come in. Garfield. All right, Garfield, one more question. This person says to ask him about the boat that came to East End with drugs and police take it away. One of the guys who get away from the police run back to Jamaica and he ordered his men in Jamaica to kill him. Garfield is not his birth name. You know anything about that one?
No.
You're not going to talk about that?
No.
Okay, so you know something about drug boat in Jamaica then, and coming to Cayman.
I can recall one of the caller asked you if you change your name.
Yep, he wouldn't answer it. That. Yep.
Come on, brother. That give me all clues to investigate you.
Boy, listen, I started out the show part of the show talking about the importation of criminals and stuff like that. I didn't realize that Garfield, I thought he was just a common thief and crook. But look like Garfield might be one of those same kind of people I was talking about that we should not have here, none at all.
That's why I tell you, the program like this, Sandra, are good because you call up some people, you're talking about some things that you didn't expect.
Who were you married to before Garfield? Who were you married to before Claristina?
He's married to a white lady from Canada.
Okay, and you're running bus service then?
Oh?
You're running a bus service in a restaurant across from Little Darlings?
No.
That are you?
No. I got bigger business. But no, I don't.
So they say in the yellow pages when you look up the word fool, your picture is next to it.
No, I don't.
That are you. That are you either.
Uncle my shutter company alone in yellow pages. I don't know nothing about no restaurant, nothing at all.
Jesus.
The only business I have in Cayman is the shutter service. I have no business there. No more. So nobody can put on for me and get involved in somebody else's thing. My business are in Miami and in Jamaica.
All right, Garfield. I don't think we got get any further with this conversation, but
I have like four houses in Miami, Car Gable. 4 houses I have there, 4 apartments I got there. I don't
yeah, 4 houses in Jamaica.
Miami in Car Gable.
Oh, Coral Gables too?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, I won't say you can't tell exactly the end.
So when the court orders you to pay these people back, I'm not gonna have to report that you claim that you don't have no money. Because like you said, you're a millionaire, you got homes all over the place.
It's not what you have now, you know. It's what you're going to have when all of this finish.
And is it in your name? Are you putting it in the wife's name too? How involved is your wife into all this foolishness that you're going on with?
I'm not coming to get about that.
How long you been married to Claristina?
I'm not talking about that.
You're not going to talk about that because I'm wondering why on her bank account she's never bothered to change her name to Rob. Why is she still going by McGowan?
I don't get my wife involved in what I do.
But you do. You do have your wife involved because the business license is in her name. Wait a minute, Garfield. The business license has been in her name for years, and she's accepting payments into her bank account. So you have involved your wife, and she knows what you're up to and what you're doing. It would be one thing if the wife didn't know, but the wife know you're arrested and you're in court. And for years, we've been reporting on you through Cayman Mall Road, so your wife know what you're up to. Yes. Your wife needs to be arrested along with you again. So you can talk about you not involving your wife, but you are involving her through your actions and through her actions.
So not to my wife. I asked my wife for flavor and she do it for me. I said, Mommy, I don't have me with it. So when CNB fruit now comes, then I tried what
favor or no favor, it's illegal, it's money laundering. These are proceeds of criminal conduct.
But we are doing the work.
Obviously, you're not. You would not have been. Garfield, have you ever gone and Googled your name and see how many times you've appeared on CMR? How many times have I had to write about you, man? We're sick and tired of hearing your name.
That come like boss. I don't worry about that, Sandra.
You're not worried about that? Look at the articles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another small claims court. Somebody had you in court for that as well.
That still can break me. That can never break me.
But that's not the point. The point isn't about breaking you. The point is about, will you ever be an honest man?
The people lying.
Everybody lying on you. There was a case from 2020. The DPP in their slackness, they dropped those charges. You've had several. You keep changing the company name. It used to be Cayman Hurricane Shutters and Screens. Now you change it to something else. An honest man doesn't have to keep changing the name of his business.
No. When I go to renew my life won't expire.
Oh, Lord. Garfield, so many excuses, man. Let me hear this one. It was expired and what happened?
They have 10,000 funds cash.
The license was expired and what happened?
No. My license expired, right?
Yeah.
And when I go to pay it, then there is something I don't remember what them say, but I said, no, things is more easier to get on your license. Let them just put this one together.
You can apply for a new license in the same name, even if it was expired and you were trying to avoid the back payments. You can just reapply for a new license. People do that all the time.
No. She didn't tell me that.
Really?
I forgot she was telling me that. I'm not changing nothing. I'm not changing nothing. I'm not changing nothing.
The police had to issue, after we kept reporting on you, the police finally issued a statement saying all victims of this man, please come forward so we can build a case.
That was from,
no, man.
That was from 2019, 2018.
It don't make no difference. Actually, this was 2020, the last case now that just got started. They built more than one case against you, to be fair, but they're not finished because you keep giving them more ammunition over and over again.
Sandra, I admit, I tell you, I owe Jerry Wood 4 windows.
It's not, forget about Jerry Wood. You have Mr. Flavio Franca. You have so many people that you have defrauded. It doesn't stop or begin with Jerry Wood.
Flavio Franca is the biggest crook now.
All right, here we go again. Everybody the biggest crook in Cayman but you. You're the only person who's not the biggest crook.
Look how much crook there.
Everybody else a crook but you.
There's a lot of people you're doing things and I'm afraid of.
I'm not worried about a lot of people here today. I'm talking about you.
I'm talking about who we see.
Yes, I'm talking about you right
that's
now.
why we're talking about you.
Long time ago, somebody right now. To somebody. That was some long time ago. Long time ago. And the fact that long time ago. Right? And then people work was done, I make sure I take picture and take it to the court. And they don't find everything. I say this man that lying because these people, if I don't put on one screen door for them, they report me. I say, oh my God, what is this event? All right. So listen, one of the clients here is report on me, I go ahead and build all of his people, complete it up. She go come next day and say, oh Garfield, I look on this one at my neighbor. She said, go cost more money here. She said, how much more? She said, I'm my first anchor supplier. I'm going to tell her. She said, no. But don't do it. Right? She said, okay, don't do it. Finish the porch. Everything complete. She going to come back and tell me, say, boy, she want that fee because I try to go complain. She said, boy, I need more money.
So Garfield, we just asked you a question about how long you've been married to Claristina. You wouldn't answer the question, but we have sources and we can find out stuff. So you've been married to her since 2007. For 16 years now, this woman knows you very, very well. She knows you're a crook. Has your wife ever been arrested?
For what? My wife don't even have my business.
Your wife hasn't been arrested?
For what?
Me just listen. Me not asking for what, Me ask you one simple, Garfield, listen to the question. Has your wife ever been arrested? Yes or no?
For what? No, for what?
No, you said no, she's never been arrested? You sure?
For what? No, for what?
Okay.
My wife don't even in my business.
All right.
It doesn't matter for what.
It's a very straightforward question. Has your wife ever been arrested?
Before. That's it. Yes or no?
You will go to court next time. Did your husband go to court with you?
My husband has never been arrested, and I can answer the question. I don't have to run around in circles with the question. I can answer the question straight up.
No.
He's never done anything wrong, just like I haven't, for the record. Go check my record. One conviction for outing a child predator because they said the truth was a mode of harassing him. So you figure that one out. I'm not the one out there crooking and stealing from people, Garfield.
John Felder, best friend.
John Felder owes me $55,000 right now that fucking crook is supposed to pay me. Get your story straight. That case was overturned in my favor, and he pleaded with the judge to settle it in the end, and he would pay my legal fees of $55,000, and all now he not paid it yet. So because he can't pay me my money and because he lost the civil case, he run to the police talking about bribery. Don't be trying to come at me when you can't get your facts straight. Like I said, I am not out there crooking people. You are. So let's get it straight now. You are the crook, sir, not me. Okay? So you can talk about how many times I've been arrested. Ask yourself how many times I've been vindicated. That's what you really need to ask yourself.
Because you're not in a position to call people a crook. So why are you calling people a crook? And you're not in the position to call people a crook.
Everybody a crook, but you, Garfield, something wrong with you? Something is really wrong with you. You need professional help.
Prayer.
This caller said prayer. Yeah, this caller said prayer can help you. You need an exorcism is what you really need. You need some holy water sprinkled on top of your head.
You know that cook, I would have filed bankruptcy for my company a long time and close it down. Look much company file bankruptcy, let their company and gone away and don't pay them workers.
What does that have to do with you?
I bought this same thing, but I said no, I'm gonna free these people work. I don't file bankruptcy.
Sir,
I can't do my work.
Sir, you're crooking people. That's why you're not filing bankruptcy. You can't even put shit in your own name. Because you're crooking so many people. You must stop it now. Enough is enough. You have no conscience, man.
Do you remember
so many people are gonna lie on you. You have no conscience. You need to stop it.
That's impossible.
Northside Primary School, look much money that company my friend. A lot of money.
Oh, your friend?
And close it down.
Sir, look at how much money you owe people that you're refusing to pay. The crookedness has got to stop.
So you're telling me you pay all of those people that they say you rob, you pay them off, and plus you pay off the $1 million.
Please.
Where you get all of those money to pay?
Listen, right? How can I do the work for you and pay for the work I do for you? Evelyn and what she want him, I've got her done a long time, and she still lies that I don't go to work for her. Oh my gosh, you know wicked. I cannot believe that. He got her in her house, do the work, and the woman still says not do the work. And I said, so do the work. She said, I know me. Who do the work? She can't tell her who it was. She goes to do the work. Yeah.
Did Bruce ever get his money back? Somebody asked if you ever paid Bruce back.
She have me on a ring doorbell.
Did you ever pay Bruce back?
I pay back Bruce more long time. Bruce more take my shutters and put it on the house. I owe Bruce more. I pay Bruce more $2,000 for a long time. And when I go back to my material, Bruce more have my shutters up on the house.
Garfield. Did you pay back Bruce yet? Bruce? Long time you paid him back.
Long time.
Your first wife in Cayman, another Caymanian, Meldine daughter, Donna Robb. She was your first wife?
I said I'm married to one Caymanian.
You wasn't married to Donna?
Donna is my brother wife. Different thing.
That your brother wife?
Yeah. My brother involved. My brother doing one thing, I do one thing. That's something.
Garfield, do you have kids?
Yeah, I got kids, yeah.
All right, just remember one thing. All of these things will haunt your kids here. So be careful of what you do nowadays. Remember when you reach a point in life, you don't do things for yourself. You do it for your kids. All right?
If you were a construction worker,
that's all I have to say to you. I don't want you nothing more from your Garfield. I want you to know me and listen to you and I'll be a shit attack. Thank you later.
All right, Garfield. I actually have to like I said, I need to get to work. The rest of us out here on an honest hustle. I don't know what you're going on with, but unfortunately, Garfield, I really want you to consider your actions and try to get it together. Or just come out of the business. Like the man said from Cayman, go do something else. There's lots of other things that you could do. You don't have to keep scamming people like this, man. This is ridiculous now.
Sandra, I do not take deposit. I invest 100,000 as custom last year in material. Pour up. When somebody called me, I give them for that same time. I said, sit here, cash, pay as you go. Pay as you go. If you check custom, you can sit up. 150 grand I spent in material on my own pocket. This a pocket here. Buying material last year to sell up material. So how come I scam people? I can't sit with that. Yo, trust me, man.
All right. Anyway, Garfield. Wow. I don't know. I feel like you're just never gonna stop until you're stopped, which means you can either go to jail or something else. So let me ask you one more question, right? You seem to be using this email, screenwork10@gmail.com. That's your email address?
Yeah, that's my email,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think the police will be in touch with you again with some other
people.
Some other
Right.
People be coming forward.
Yeah, let them come.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right, there. Okay. Well, one thing we can say for Garfield, he don't have no problems hanging on the phone and keep talking and talking and talking and talking. And boy, did we get some nuggets of information today. Name changes, alleged criminal history in Jamaica. Somebody said that needs a kaboom. We're not sure about how many wives. He claimed he's only had one Caymanian wife. So, you know, we know for sure he used to work for Hydes and Sons. And then he had Rob's painting and maintenance. Folks, the bottom line is stay away from this man. Do not use him for anything, not even buying the macaroni noodles, as the one caller suggests, because he's not an honest man. He'll find a way to crook you. Somebody say he not paid back Bruce no money. Or he paid Bruce after Bruce won the court case and ordered him to pay. This one says he beats George and Quincy combined. Unbelievable. Somebody say he's a goddamn liar. Friggin' crook. Anyway, I have to go to work. I know y'all need to get to work. Anybody called in late to work, don't be blaming me, because you can always go back and watch the show afterwards. And I think Kevin will re-air this portion of the show. So if you missed it, he'll put it on as a live during one of the evenings. He'll do it as a re-air. I don't know, honey child, but this is 100 hot mess. Sour Sop says, I need to go into the screen business if he can get 5+ homes from $100,000 in materials a year. Oh, he's been cooking people a long time, but somebody can soon fix him. Believe me, you. Thank you, folks, to all the listeners. Caymanians, Jamaicans, it don't make no difference where you're from. We speak the truth on you. We speak the truth on situations. I love that we have so many Jamaican supporters. Again, this is Garfield Rob. This is Claristina. She is complacent. She is helping him rip off people. She's got a business license in her name, and she is allowing the money to go into her bank account. Police, open your investigation file on her. You understand me? She's a criminal and a crook, just like him. Get a divorce. That shouldn't help her. Deal with her. Put her rotted behind in jail right next to him. That's all I have to say on this. Y'all, please have a safe day. And my God, we have so many crooks about the place. You just have to be very, very careful. We'll catch you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Cold Hard Truth.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cold Hard Truth on Bobo 89.1 FM. Cayman's #1 talk show is live weekdays from 7:30 a.m. Never miss an episode again. Watch anytime on CMR's Facebook and YouTube channels for the latest show episodes. Don't forget to follow us online on our social media channels. And visit CaymanMarlRoad.com for all the latest news and community happenings.